21 state titles and Oklahoma's biggest class, favored to make it 22. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Game Time on Yurview. It's the fourth game of the week, the Backyard Bowl. #1 Union versus #5 Jenks in a national telecast. We're live here at the University of Tulsa's H.A. Chapman Stadium. I'm Fox 23 Sports Director Payton Thompson. I'll have your TV play-by-play call. Rod Thompson is our color analyst. And Rod, it doesn't get any better than the Backyard Bowl.
Well, another Backyard Bowl. Two very good teams. One at 2-0, one at 0-2. But we've been here before, Nate. Throw out the record. Should be an outstanding matchup. A great night for football.
Let's take a look at some of the key players, the Mazzio MVPs. And we're going to start with Union and wide receiver C.J. Moore.
Well, you talk about C.J. Moore, already committed to Oklahoma State. 2 touchdowns last season. There you see him, 12 TD receptions on the season last year. He is that leader for this team. He is a deep threat. He is very good for this Union team. Jenks has to locate him often on the field.
And for the Trojans, it's quarterback Ian Corwin.
Well, Ian Corwin, you talk about him, you talk about experience. 2,900 yards passing, 38 TDs. This young man had an outstanding Backyard Bowl last season. Union, they have to contain him, and he can't have the running game like he had last year.
At the end of tonight's game, we will pick the Mazzio's MVP based on their performance tonight. And of course, the Mazzio's MVP is brought to you by Mazzio's. Text MVP to 664444 and get a coupon for a large one-topping pizza for only $5. Stay tuned for more Game Time on Yurview after the break. We'll have the keys to the game coming up.
How do you become America's best-selling brand?
Shoulder pads, helmet, safety first. Have fun out there, guys.
Be the hammer, not the nail. Lead with the shoulder, drive through the body, grab the arm, go, go, go!
Who are you?
Mama's building champions.
Whoa.
Safe, tough, and game day ready.
That's Ford, and that's how you become the best in Oklahoma.
Now for a limited time, get 0% financing for 72 months plus $1,000 owner loyalty cash on F-150. Only at your Oklahoma Ford dealers.
Because practice pays off. Because it's better to give than to receive. Because there's no place like home. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money, with innovative services that let you focus on what's most important. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
The Ford High School Game of the Week is brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers, the best in Oklahoma. MidFirst Bank, true to your money. The Oklahoma Farm Bureau, the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better. Mill Creek Carpet and Tile. Mazzio's. And by Weoki Credit Union.
Welcome back to Game Time, the fourth game of the week. Let's send it down to our third member on our broadcast team, Mike Ziegenhorn, on the sideline. Having a little technical difficulty there on the sideline, but Rod, you can take the keys of the game for us.
Yeah, you take a look. Stars shine bright, and we know we've done these games before. Guys step up. You know, you don't want to know if it's an X factor, a guy we don't know about that will shine bright tonight. Slippery pigskin. Both coaches talked about how early it still is in the season. They want to limit those turnovers. And, of course, the coach is going to tell you just another game. So those are the keys to the game for this matchup.
Kickoff coming up. Well, thanks for watching Yurview on Game Time. We'll be right back.
Tonight's Game Time starting lineups are brought to you by MidFirst Bank, true to your money. Tune in each week as we bring you some of the best players in the nation all fall long, only on your...
Improving the lives of Oklahomans is the proud heritage of Oklahoma Farm Bureau. Today, whether you live on the farm, small town, or big city, Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance is here to protect you when life happens, when you need us most. Everyone claims to be local. Only Oklahoma Farm Bureau has locations in every county across our state. Contact an agent today. We're ready to help save you money and give you real peace of mind. We're the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better.
At Mill Creek, we've simplified your floor shopping experience. Introducing our Signature Value Collection, a unique offering that guarantees you the highest quality at the lowest prices every day. Hand chosen by our designers and buyers, our Signature Value Collection represents the hottest styles, colors, and trends in the industry. With 12-month financing and our extended installation warranty, it's now easier than ever to update your home. So for the highest quality and lowest prices, shop Mill Creek Signature Value and save.
Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Tonight's Game Time Keys to the Game are brought to you by MidFirst Bank, true to your money. Tune in each week as we bring you some of the best players in the nation all fall long, only on Yurview.
Home security and automation.
You're watching the National High School Football Game of the Week. Join us all fall long for tomorrow's classics today, only on Yurview.
Welcome back to Game Time, the fourth game of the week. Senior head coach Kirk Frederick in his 11th season. How about that record right there, 119 and 18. Gotta love that, Rod.
Yeah, he's been winning a couple of games since he's been there at Union. Then you look at this guy right here, Nathan. You know, you talk about Coach Alan Trimble, 22nd season. Look at that record, 235 and 38. I mean, just done a tremendous job. He has been the pillow and the staple of Jenks football. And man, just two outstanding guys, and they both played in this game before, and as we said, throw out records, of course, coming in, Union the favorite. But let's see what happens, because this is the Backyard Bowl.
Jenks kicking off, so Union will get the ball to start the ball game. Low line driver, gonna have a chance at a return. Not a bad return, but we've seen some crazy plays on kickoffs in this game before. Take a look at the Union offense. Ricky Stromberg, Quentin Barnes, Tanner Robb, Alfonso Gallegos, Mario Roland, Lawrence Harris, C.J. Moore, who we talked about, the Oklahoma State commit, A.K. Wilson, very explosive with the ball in his hand, Avery Alverson, Darius Boone, the running back, and Payton Thompson, the quarterback. A lot of great weapons for Union here.
Yeah, all over the field. It's going to be tough. Jenks, they have to contain this high-power offense of Union.
We talked about A.K. Wilson there, saying he was dangerous with the ball in his hand, and showing a little bit of it right there.
Boy, and you like the pursuit right there by Jenks. That's a good play for this ball club early. Take a look at this young man, Payton Thompson. 210 yards, 4 touchdowns. That's just last week, so he's done a tremendous job so far in this early season of being poised back there in the pocket for the Redskins.
Thompson looking downfield, throws into double coverage, but a flag is down. Take a look at the Jenks starting defense. Stephen Krager, David Sire, Trayvon Miller, Ernest Grayson, Matt Ackerley, Mitchell Culkin, Matthew Minix, Braden Phipps, Blake Pitcock, Landis Morris, and Caleb Peters. Jenks is
to pass on the defense, 15 yards from the previous spot, first down.
Jenks has won 3 out of the last 4 backyard bowls. That's the regular season edition. These teams meet in the playoffs quite often, and of course Union won in the semifinals last year, and Union went on to win the state title.
This secondary, excuse me, Nathan, this secondary of Jenks is going to get tested all night.
Wilson again on the end around. Nowhere to go here. The Jenks defense shutting them down, loses a yard.
Boy, and that's a big time play by the defense for the Trojans. Take another look. Great pursuit downfield. Mitchell Culkin. Watch, he's going to come to your screen after a couple of missed tackles. Watch it come in and clean it up. And that's what you got to have. Great initial pursuit by Noah Hernandez. We'll probably say that name a lot. Look for him in that backfield also for Jenks.
This time, another stop on a run play. Darius Boone got the handoff, but nowhere to go.
Yeah, and that's a good tackle. Matthew Minnick's in that time.
Darius Boone stacked up.
Darius Boone, the exciting running back for Union, nowhere to go that time, and Minnick's is fired up. And as you know, as we said, it's going to be important for Jenks. Have a good start in this matchup.
4 wide receivers for Payton Thompson. Looking to his right, going over the middle, completion to Wilson, and that's a first down.
Boy, when you talk about Wilson, this is a guy has Division I offers. Very good that receiver position. Little slant right here, watch him. Great protection, steps in and fires it, and look at Wilson. Catch the ball right there, pick up a couple of more yards.
Boone tried to break it outside, fights for a few yards.
Ernest Grayson on the tackle right there for the Trojans.
Union has the ball on the 34-yard line of Jenks, trying to get off to an early lead here in the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl. Boone, again, picks up some more yardage down at the 30-yard line, going to bring up 3rd and short.
And you see they can get you with the pass or with the run. We still haven't heard from C.J. Moore, the all-everything receiver. Single coverage out there now. See if they go long to him. He's going to have to make some adjustments.
3rd down and 3. Moore with his first catch of the ball game, the Oklahoma State commit.
And that's a nice play right there. First down there, C.J. Moore. But good job by Thompson throwing it to that outside shoulder where only Moore can catch the ball and move the chains. Good play right there by Union. You have to give him a lot of cushion, Nathan, and he takes advantage of it with that play to pick up the first down.
First down and 10, ball in the 25. Thompson to A.K. Wilson. Inside the 20. Union in the red zone in its first possession of the ball game.
That's what you see with this team. They hit you on the left side, the right side, up the middle. Last play went to Moore. Now this young man will make plays and make you miss also. Get your great players in space and allow them to make plays. And that's something that A.K. Wilson can do.
Boone up the middle, plenty of room, into the end zone for a touchdown. Union on top.
And there's Mr. Boone. We hit you with the pass, right, pass left, and now Boone up the middle for the touchdown. Good job by the offensive line. Look at the push up front. Big hole right there. And let him do the rest. Boone getting the Redskins on the board first.
6-0, extra point here. High snap, but handled. Extra point is good. Union on top, 7-0 here early on in the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl. 1 possession, 1 touchdown for Union.
Tremendous job by this high-powered offense, and they kind of showed you a plethora, if you would say, Nathan, a plethora of options that they have, you know, on that offensive end of the ball to calmly push it down and make a touchdown.
Obviously a great rivalry, as we've talked about, between the head coaches too. Union head coach Kirk Frederick told us a little bit about taking on a team coached by Alan Trimble.
It's the ultimate test, and it's a lot of fun too. You know, if you're a competitor, you want to be put in a situation, you know, to see if you can do it. Much like, you know, the professional golfers are trying to hit that island green. You know, anybody can play a par 3, but one that's, you know, surrounded by water, you know, with absolutely no shot, you know, but the perfect shot is going to work, and that's kind of how it is when you're playing against a team coached by Alan Trimble.
So much respect between these two head coaches and between these two teams, really. You talk about some rivalries are ones of hate and some are respect. It's definitely a respect.
Yeah, and when you think about these two teams, you think about history. I mean, as you talked about the many years that these two teams have won the state championship in the largest classification in Oklahoma. You know, and each year, Nate, we go into the football season and everybody is wondering, can anybody crack the code? That code is Jenks and Union from winning the state championship, and no one has been able to do it for a long time. A lot of respect, you know, between these two teams when they get together and play.
And Midwest City, the last team to do it in 1995. The Bombers won back-to-back state titles. Jenks offense here. Brady Latham, Carter Brstovinsky, Hunter Hoyt, Hunter Spankowski, Max Johnson, Brett Nelson, DJ Wagner, Brayton Phipps, Blake Pidcock, Noah Hernandez back and running back for the first time. Missed the first 2 games of the season. Ian Corwin, the quarterback. Corwin did so well last year as a sophomore, his first ever varsity snaps. They went undefeated in the regular season. Now he's got all that experience. He's a junior, a leader of the team.
Yeah, and had an outstanding game in this matchup last year. Just with that way he was able to run the football.
A little high on that short pass.
Couple things for Jenks. If they can establish the running game, Noah Hernandez, he's a key piece. As we said, missed the 2 first games. You look at Ian Corwin, look at his numbers right there. But Hernandez missed the first couple of games. He's back, he's an impact guy. As you look at his numbers, Ian Corwin, but then we talk about DJ Wagner, D'Angelo Wagner, outstanding play at that receiver, 18 catches already. Let's see if he can get going in this matchup.
Finds a man and breaks the tackle. Short pass, long gain. Dylan O'Keefe.
How about the big fella? Middle is wide open. Corwin does a good job of finding him right there. Now watch the big fella break that tackle and tuck it and run. Who says the big fella can't run right there, Nathan, picking up a first down?
I never said it. Ball at the 43-yard line now.
I know what you was thinking, Nathan.
First down and 10. Corwin. Got another wide open player. Brayton Phipps.
How about Brayton Phipps coming up with the catch? You like the patience right now in the pocket, and that's what a year does for you. He would have took off and run. Look at the patience in the pocket right there. Does a good job of finding Phipps wide open, little yards after the catch. But good job up front by the blocking of Jenks and Corwin with the patience to wait on his receivers to get open.
First down and 10. Big drive for the Trojans, trying to match Union. Going to the ground. Pick up of a few yards. Let's take a look at the Union defensive starters. Kenya Walker, Darius Murdoch, Jordan Kelly, an Oklahoma commit, Braden Spicer, Nathaniel Raper, Cade Brown, Elijah Tallman, JT McLeod, Cameron Watts, Patrick Fields, Landon Woods. Patrick Fields, another big-time player.
And he's at that safety position, but plays it like a linebacker. This kid, of course, the OU commit, but he is really sound defensively for the Union Redskins.
Corwin keeping it himself, and nice running by the quarterback.
And that's what he can do. We saw him do that all season last year. One of the keys when you talk about Coach Frederick, asked him coming into this game, he said, we have to contain him at that quarterback position. He's kind of like a running back at QB, can really be effective running the football. And any coach will tell you defensively, they hate having to defend the guys who can tuck it and run. Corwin is one of those guys who can do it for Jenks.
First and goal. Corwin hands it off, fighting up the middle. That's a touchdown. Trojans answer.
How about that answer right there? And that's what you got to have when you talk about the Backyard Bowl. And we talked about it. Hernandez being an impact guy. Look at him fight his way, goes up, crosses the plane, touchdown Hernandez. Able to get it in for the Trojans. So they able to answer. Huge series for Jenks.
Rod, these games are rarely boring. We've already had a couple of touchdown drives in the first 2 possessions of the ball game. Extra point, no good. So the game not tied, Union on top 7-6. Stay tuned for more Game Time on Yurview after the break.
Improving the lives of Oklahomans is the proud heritage of Oklahoma Farm Bureau. Today, whether you live on the farm, small town, or big city, Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance is here to protect you when life happens, when you need us most. Everyone claims to be local. Only Oklahoma Farm Bureau has locations in every county across our state. Contact an agent today. We're ready to help save you money and give you real peace of mind. We're the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better.
This is important news from the Diabetic Supply Line. If you, a friend, or a family member has diabetes and you have lost your supplier, or if you need a supplier for your diabetic supplies, you may qualify to get your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. To be potentially eligible, you only need Medicare or private insurance. Call the Diabetic Supply Line now. Operators are standing by to take your call. Call now.
Mazio's.
With Cox.
Welcome back to Game Time, the Ford Game of the Week. And it's been a good one so far, as we always expect from a MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl showdown. Union ranked number 1 in the state, 2-0 on the year. Jenks started the season number 2, has dropped down to rank number 5 after 2 straight losses. But as they say, and it really means it in this game, throw out the records. Because we've had a lot of times where there's been a big favorite and the other one ended up winning.
Well, you know, in this series, I mean, these kids and the programs and the communities know the history in this game, and both teams want to play and come out and win and play well. And Thursday night, everybody's watching, everybody's competing, and you do. Sometime in those rivalry games, you've been a part of them, you called them, you watched them. You do have to throw out those records.
7-6. Let's see if that missed extra point ends up being a big play later on in this game, as we're going to have a touchback to start the second drive of the ball game for Union. You look at just pure Division I talent, Union, the cream of the crop in Oklahoma.
Yeah, they have so many weapons, and people knew coming in. You take a look at Noah Hernandez. We talked about him, his first game back, 4-yard touchdown run. 6 plays, 80 yards, a minute 40. So very impressive series and drive for the Jenks Trojans to get back on the board, of course, to mix extra point. And both coaches talked about special teams and how important they are in these games.
Going to their guy. Ball is loose. Jenks recovers. How's that for momentum, Turner?
And again, the defense. What a play by the Trojans right there. You love the pursuit. Watch the handoff just coming to your left. Good job of tapping that ball away. That's an outstanding play right there by Ernest Grayson. We talked about him. Big time play for that young man. Jenks, great field position. And boy, you can see the Jenks faithful. They are fired up about the way their Trojans are playing right now.
Let's go down to Mike Ziegenhorn on the field now. Great atmosphere so far, Zig.
It was a little bit flat, and that's understandable coming into this game 0-2. And after that first drive where they threw a lot of different looks at the Union defense, now they've got their turnover. This sideline and the stands behind them are fired up.
Jenks trying to capitalize. Corwin keeps it. Not a whole lot of room to run. Flag is down, so we'll see what that is. Yeah, maybe lost a little momentum when they missed the extra point, but they got it back real quick, and they recovered that fumble deep in Union territory.
Well, you know, I think right now, and this is so early in this game, but Jenks playing with the sense of urgency right now. You know, Union hasn't matched their intensity, and with the way Jenks is playing right now, coming out, as we said before the game, coming in 0-2, and a lot of new players on this team.
Half the distance to the goal, second down.
Getting some players back, a little sense of urgency, and Coach Fred talked about that before the game. They're going to have to match the intensity of this Jenks team. He knew they would come out and try to play hard and play well.
So that takes it down to the 3-yard line. I think that should still be a first down, right? They've got 2 on the down indicator. Corwin hands it off. Trying to turn on the speed, but Wagner can't do it.
And you see Wagner, you can use him in many different formations. Outstanding receiver. Look, going to bring him around, and watch coming up right here, trying to get to that outside. Piece of tackling there, bringing him down.
There's a flag down. I don't know if they are calling a horse collar on that.
Defense. Half the distance to the second down.
They call Patrick Fields with that horse collar there.
When you're this close, it's a 1-yard penalty.
Yeah.
So second down and goal.
This is where Hernandez can be so effective. Very strong runner. Been good for a long time in that program.
Hernandez takes the snap into the end zone. Touchdown Trojans, Jenks on top.
And he's back. Mr. Hernandez. I had the Whitaker twins who love football. They told me that young man is going to be an exciting player for the Jenks Trojans. Take another look. Direct snap right to him. Powers his way into the end zone. Welcome back, Noah Hernandez.
Yeah, you missed the first 2 games. Well, your first game back, 2 drives, 2 touchdown runs. Not bad. Going for 2. Caught, but short of the end zone.
You like the play there. Tried to find Wagner. Didn't think he crossed the plane.
12-7, so interesting call there so early in the game to start chasing points instead of going for the easy extra point. All right, we heard Kirk Frederick talk about taking on an Alan Trimble coach team. Let's go the other way around now. Trimble talking about taking on a Coach Frederick coach team.
When you coach against Coach Frederick, obviously we're highly familiar with each other. There are not a lot of trade secrets, which makes it fun. It's a very tactical game, and it's kind of why you do what you do, because you know, his teams are going to be well prepared. They're going to play hard. His coaches are going to do a great job with tactics. So, you know, you got to be at your best. You got to go in and make sure you do your homework, be prepared, and then hopefully throughout the game you can make those small adjustments and things that keep you in the right position to win.
12-7, 6:18 left on the first quarter. 3 drives, actually 4 drives, 3 touchdowns, 1 turnover. Lots of fun so far here in the Backyard Bowl.
So far, so good. An outstanding game, and we said it in the open.
Union going to get it back, scored a touchdown on its first possession, turned it over quickly on its second possession. See what happens on the third. Kevion Cooper, who had the fumble last drive, the nice return out to the 30-yard line.
Kevion Cooper. Good pursuit, both teams. Again, talked about special teams and how important it is. And you say that a lot, especially when you have big play guys like Union.
29-yard return, first down. Let's go down to Zig on the sideline. Mike, we had a 2-point conversion try there. Interesting score on the scoreboard now, 12-7.
Well, it looked like they were going to go for 2 after their first touchdown, guys, and then quickly changed their mind. And then after that missed extra point, they kind of had to go to it. I guess you're chasing points early on. But this game is unbelievable. You just never know what's going to happen. A 2-0 team in Union, 0-2 in Jenks. Union's got way more talent than Jenks out on the football field. Everybody's thinking they're going to run away with it. Yeah, I know, it's only the first quarter, but man, Jenks is fired up right now.
All right, thank you, Zig. So interesting. We had a Jenks in the first game of the season in week 0 taking on Owasso. This team looks a lot different. When you have a head coach like Alan Trimble, that could happen over just a few weeks.
Yeah, and you make some adjustments, and as Zig said, it's still early. You know, we had him against that game against Owasso, who's a much improved team, a lot of talent on that field. Then they go with their rivals. You know, Bigsby was right in that game. Some turnovers late really, you know, closed the deal against Bigsby, a very good Bigsby team, you know, #1 in 6A2. And so you knew this team will make some adjustments. That's where tradition comes in. Used to having tradition, and they're showing it right now in this first quarter.
Kevion Cooper gets the first down.
Yeah, strong run by Mr. Cooper there. The senior hit the hole really hard.
Ball now at the 42-yard line, 1st and 10, 12-7 Jenks on top here in the first quarter of the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl. Quick pass to Cooper. Brought down at the 48-yard line.
Good defense that time. Mitchell Culkin, you've said his name a couple of times.
2nd down. First down marker is at the 48-yard line of the Trojans. Cooper knocked out right at the first down marker.
Cooper, such a strong runner for this team. And you got to think Coach Fred establishing that running game right now. Trying to control some tempo of this game. Look for him maybe to strike downfield.
And he does get a first down right there. So 1st and 10 in Jenks territory. Payton Thompson in the shotgun. To Wilson. Wilson makes one guy miss, makes two guys miss, turns it upfield, knocked out of bounds. Now the 30-yard line, flags fly there, so looks like it's going to be a late hit.
Yeah, and you see how dangerous Wilson is. Again, get him in space, got some blockers up front, but watch the move here. The change of direction right there. Makes a guy miss, then bounce outside, then turns on the wheels.
Nothing malicious there, but Wilson did
dead
step
ball.
out of bounds.
Personal foul. Late out of bounds. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Take the ball down to the 16-yard line. First and 10, Union threatening. CJ Moore on the far left. But it goes to Kevion Cooper, pops it outside, turns it upfield, down at the 10-yard line.
Boy, strong runner is Cooper. Nice size back there at that running back position. 6'1", 175 pounds.
Again, CJ Moore on the left. Isolation over there. He's a guy they like to throw it up to. And that's just what they do. Moore, touchdown.
Great call right there, Coach Thompson. They said CJ Moore, and we knew that he has big play capability. They rock you to sleep with the run, then you get it to your big play guy. Take another look. Does a good job, Thompson. Knows where he's going, throws it up. He's such a big target. Great position to put the football. And CJ Moore getting it done for the Redskins and gives them the lead.
How do you like that score? 13-12. We're going to have an extra point, but interesting score. 14-12, Union on top. I hope people weren't expecting to take a nap during this game or be able to fall asleep on the couch while watching it. This is too exciting.
Hey, don't take a nap and don't go home early.
Hey, all Game Time high school football games stream live each week at Yurview.com. Also check back throughout the week for Ford Game of the Week highlights and additional coverage, including the new weekly high school football recruiting podcast, Over the Middle, with host Jeremy Crabtree. Jeremy Crabtree has been a recruiting expert for a long time. Make sure you go to Yurview.com. Of course, Yurview is a Cox Cable nationwide network this game tonight, going from coast to coast, as far away as Rhode Island, off to California. Big time game here, and so people all over the country get to watch it, and all over the world if they go to Yurview.com.
Well, you know, an outstanding game. Oklahoma known for great football, you know, and you said it, Nathan. What an opportunity, and what a great opportunity this is for these young men to be out here and compete. And just got a text from Larry Grimes from California that's watching this game right now. So that lets you know the reach and again, to be able to showcase these young men and young women that's cheering these guys on. Band people that's, you know, out there, you know, making this great event happen. So you just love the reach and what we're able to provide here.
Take a look at the scoring drive right here for Union, and it was an impressive one. Kevion Cooper did a lot of work in this.
Yes, he did. The strong run right here, just pushing him up. Look at the strong stiff arm right there. And again, going to come out Wilson, going to make some nice moves right here. And at the end of this play is the penalty that gave him 15 yards. And you come right back and you get it to the playmaker, C.J. Moore, 10-yard touchdown, getting it done for Union to give them the lead.
Now Jenks will try to answer, down 14-12, 4:08 left in the first quarter. The MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl, a thriller so far. Ian Corwin with all kinds of time to Wagner, a little high, incomplete pass.
And Wagner, he is that #1 target. You know, this kid, talked to Coach Trimble about him before the game. He's had such a great story. The kid has worked extremely hard. He's, you know, the third guy that, you know, a one-year starter, you know, and the first 2 games already 18 catches. I mean, dynamite guy's going to play at that next level. A lot of coaches looking at that young man, but extremely hard worker and the #1 target, that receiver position for the Trojans.
Second down and 10. Jenks going to the ground and picking up only a couple yards. 2-yard gain on the carry. Third down and 8 now for Jenks. Union defense trying to get a stop for the first time. 5 wide receivers for Ian Corwin. Corwin in the shotgun, takes the snap. Finds his receiver open, gets the first down and more. Corwin showing that experience that he gained as a sophomore last year, hits Blake Pitcock. Patient in the pocket, we were talking about it earlier.
Yes, good job up front of blocking, but a big-time play on third down to find Pitcock, and boy, he has room to run, but a big-time third down conversion for the Jenks Trojans. If you look at Blake Pitcock, 6'1" junior.
Corwin, another completion. This time he hits Braden Phipps. Phipps takes it into Union territory.
How about that? This offense a lot more smooth than when we saw it in week 1. Hit him out again, and boy, good block that time and able to get downfield and move the chains.
First down and 10 for the Trojans. This time to the ground. Hernandez picks up a few yards up the middle.
That's a nice closing tackle right there. Kenya Walker for Union. Look at him, 6'2", 240-pound senior. If you Jenks, you gotta like the tempo of this game right now. Of course, coming in as the underdog. Splits out there on that offense. Boy, got them spread apart.
Did not work.
Go that time. How about the big fella right there, big number 91, making the play.
Let's go down to Murdoch. Let's go down to Mike Ziegenhorn now. Zig, have you seen splits like that from the Trojans so far this season?
Yeah, I've never seen that before, guys. I'm standing down here, my eyes wide open, going, what in the heck are they doing? And it may have been hard to tell from my there was probably 2 to 3 yards between those offensive linemen and what they're trying to do, obviously. Split the Union defensive front out and spread them away as far as they can to get a running lane. It didn't work on those 2 tries, but this is a Jenks offense, guys. I don't think I've ever seen before. They came out on that first touchdown drive and they threw 3 straight passes to march down the field. And you know, we're all used to Jenks football being smash mouth, push you around and get moving, but they're trying to adapt to what they have out there.
All right, thank you, Zig. And it's worked so far. The first drives, they got touchdowns. Of course, the second drive, they started deep in Union territory and moved the ball up the field here until finally stalling here at the 40-yard line of Union.
Well, you like the tempo, and now you're playing position football, so you got downfield. You're going to have a chance to pin, Union back, but you have to be careful in special teams with this Union team. Very, very good.
Dead ball, delay of game on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Ball now down to the 45-yard line. Union on top, 14-12. Union getting its first stop of the Jenks offense so far in this ball game. With 1:59 to go here in the first quarter. Long, good punt, but a little too good into the end zone. Going to be a touchback ball at the 20-yard line for Union. So 14-12, Union on top with the ball here in the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl. Hey, don't miss any of the action. Go to Yurview.com/football and sign up for the Game Time newsletter to get the previous week's highlights, stories, and recruiting news, along with a preview of the upcoming week's matchups delivered right to your inbox. That's Yurview.com/football. Get that newsletter. We'll do the work for you. All you have to do is check your email, right?
That's it. I mean, how easy is that?
That's pretty easy. I check my email continuously throughout the day on the phone. Jenks trying to return the favor right here and get another stop. Ball to 20.
You see Hernandez playing on both sides of the ball, running back, and not that linebacker position.
Thompson. Intercepted! Another turnover for Union. This one could go all the way. Blake Pitcock, touchdown.
Well, how about Pitcock? Catching the ball on the offensive side, now on the defensive side. Looked like a little miscommunication between Thompson and Moore. Taking a look, Moore going straight downfield. And boy, let it go that time real early. And Pitcock, blockers downfield, outstanding block to get him in the end zone. Jenks Trojans are making plays in this first quarter.
Pitcock, of course, also a wide receiver whenever the offense is playing. So once he gets the ball in his hand, he knows what to do with it.
Now Jenks to call a timeout and talk about it.
Their first charge of the half.
Here's where you need to decide how much you're going to start chasing these points. You already gave up 1 point when you went for a 2-point conversion and didn't get it. Take another look at this.
And you see it right here. And boy, he lets it go early. You see, look, Moore, he hadn't even got out of his route yet. Pitcock right there and get a good block right here. You can't see it in your screen. Gets a good block. Able to dive into the end zone. Big time play by the defensive Jenks.
Where would this game be without those 2 Union turnovers? One of them set up an easy touchdown, inside the 10-yard line for Jenks. And then that one directly a touchdown, interception return. That's 14. Well, if you hit the extra point, it's 14 points, but yeah.
Well, I feel like it's so important. You talked about the position and the score of the game right now is because of the turnover. We talked to these coaches before the game. I mean, it sounds cliche, and it seems like they say the same thing over and over again when we ask for the keys to the game, and what they say is no turnovers, because when you turn the ball over, I mean, it can make for a long night. Jenks saw it last week against Bigsby with their turnovers. Now Union seeing it a little bit now. Jenks in position to try to put some more points on the board.
Jenks going with its normal offense and the 2-point conversion right here. Corwin gets the 2-point conversion. So the 2 turnovers do lead to 14 points with that 2-point conversion.
Really impressed right now, the passing of this Jenks offense. They're doing a great job protecting up front the big guys. You see the play right there, getting in the end zone. Braden Phipps again. But really impressed with the way that this offense is passing the football. And it has been the difference so far in this matchup and giving them the lead 20-14.
We told everyone out there, people in Oklahoma know, but the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl, great games, seems like every year, thrillers all the time, and some crazy endings, so make sure you stick around.
Yeah, I think you're right. Coming to this game, of course, everybody, you know, Jenks 0-2, Union 2-0, and on paper, if you looked at personnel, you definitely give Union the nod. I mean, #1 and climbing up the national rankings, and Jenks kind of struggling at 0-2, but in this game, this is what you talk about. And it's still early. I mean, it's still early in this game, but you have to be impressed right now. And this Jenks team has to have some confidence with going 0-2 in week 1 and week 2. They have to have great confidence right now with the way they're playing football.
20-14, Trojans on top. 34 points scored here in the first quarter. We have 1:16 left. We might score some more.
Is basketball or football?
Hey, they're both great, right? Not that far away from basketball. That's going to be a touchback. Ball at the 20-yard line. Both kickers doing a good job of getting the kickoffs into the end zone for the most part. 20-14. Jenks trying to pull off the upset. Not a huge upset. The Trojans are ranked 5th in the state.
Well, I think that, you know, amongst the coaches, you know, you see this team start 0-2, but every coach that you talk to says, hold up now. There's a second season that takes place when you talk about district play, and adjustments will be made. And you talk about Hernandez coming back. He's a key part to this team.
First down and 10 for Union. Thompson going deep. Look at that. C.J. Moore wide open. The future Oklahoma State Cowboy, 80-yard touchdown.
And there he is again. Mr. Moore giving you more right here. Just a matchup problem. You know, trying to guard him one-on-one with his speed and his length. Take another look. They communicated well on this one. He gets behind the defense, and once he catches it right here, now he's going to turn on the wheels and get it into the end zone. C.J. Moore, future Cowboy. He set it down real softly right there, Nathan.
He's polite.
Real polite with the pigskin right there.
All tied up at 20-20 until the extra point goes through. Now Union back on top, 21-20. I told you we might get more points. That took 10 seconds off the clock. 80 yards, one drive. Zig, I don't know about you, but we're enjoying this game up here. MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl living up to its reputation.
What quarter did you guys say this was?
First quarter.
Are you kidding me? We've already got 41 points. We're only one quarter into this football game. Is this crazy? I mean, this is Jenks Union. What else can you expect when these two teams square off on the football field, guys?
That's why we love it, right?
That's why you love it.
How about the wheels of Moore? He was so far ahead of the defender, he had to slow down and wait for the pass. And as soon as he caught it, it's like he turned the jets on again, and nobody was going to catch him.
Zig, you know, we've done these games before, and when they're going back and forth, talk about the emotion down there. You know, one side is down for a second, and then they're back up. Talk about the emotion of scoring back and forth when they're matched up in this game.
You can actually, I'm on the Jenks sideline right now, but you can actually, Rod, feel it going from side to side every time. I mean, you got an interception, then they get the two-point conversion. This side's going nuts. Then Union scores on the 80-yard touchdown. Their side's going nuts. I mean, there's still a buzz over here on the Jenks sideline. I just think everybody's like we are going, okay, we've only played one quarter of football and we've already had all these points scored between these two football teams.
Love being at this game, love watching it, love calling it up here in the booth. It doesn't get more exciting.
Yeah, love it. I love it being on a Thursday night. You know, more people get to watch and check it out.
That one, he's perilously close to having a knee down when he caught that ball, but Hernandez gets it out to the 18-yard line.
We talked about the impact of Hernandez. We've seen it playing linebacker, now returning kicks, going to be at that fullback and running back position. So definitely impact guy that many know Jenks has been missing the first 2 weeks.
So, Rod, there's 1:01 left in the first quarter. Are we going to get another score here?
Well, I think Jenks is going to try to go for it. I mean, you see them passing the football with great efficiency, looking downfield. They're going to keep being aggressive. I think you have to be if you're the Trojans.
First down and 10, ball at the 18-yard line for Jenks. Ian Corwin. Flea flicker. Corwin looking for Wagner and then changes his mind and intercepted, but there's a flag. A lot of contact there. Patrick Fields looked like he made some contact before the ball got there, not the man who intercepted it.
I guess we were right. They're going to go for a score. Little flea flicker here.
Looking for Wagner at first, saw he was covered.
Oh yeah, definitely. Got hit before the ball got there.
From the previous spot, down.
It was Landon Wood that made the interception, but it was the OU commit, Patrick Fields, who got called for the penalty. Turnovers have been on Jenks' side majorly so far, and Trojans lucked out a little bit right there. Almost had their first turnover of the game. No flea flicker this time. Hernandez keeps it himself, but another flag for the second straight play.
Great pursuit that time defensively by Union.
Get the call from the referee.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Still first down.
So a net 5 yards for Jenks on those back-to-back penalties. 48 seconds left now on the clock in the first quarter. 21-20 Union on top of Jenks in the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl here on Yurview. 3 penalties for 20 yards for Union, 5 for 50 for the Trojans. So Union winning the penalty battle, Jenks winning the turnover battle, and Union on top by 1. And the stat that matters, the point battle.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But both teams want to play clean football. You don't want those penalties to rack up.
Oh, dangerous pass. Nice play, one-handed knockdown by Elijah Tomlin, the linebacker.
Yeah, that's a nice play by him. And right now you see Jenks trying to get Wagner going. Union has done a good job defensively. You see the 6 foot, 195-pound junior.
Second down and 19 now for Jenks. Trojan offense in a difficult position here on its own end of the field. Corn with a quick pass to Wagner. Wagner almost made the first guy miss, but did not.
Nice piece of tackling right there. Taking a look, gets Wagner, gets him in space. Watch, nice move here, but great recovery. Number 4, Avery Alverson.
I think JT McLeod was
I'm sorry, JT McLeod.
Got those duplicate numbers.
JT say, don't cheat me, coach. That's me.
And that's the end of the first quarter. We did not get another score,
that is the end.
But we had a lot of them. Union on top 21-20 here at the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl. Stay tuned for more Game Time on Yurview after the break.
Duncan just protected his family with a $500,000 life insurance policy. How much do you think it cost him? $100 a month? $75? $50? Actually, Duncan got his $500,000 for under $27 a month, less than $1 a day. His secret? SelectQuote. In just minutes, a SelectQuote agent will comparison shop nearly a dozen highly rated life insurance companies and give you a choice of your 5 best rates. Duncan's wife, Cassie, got a $750,000 policy for $19 a month. Give your family the security it needs at a price you can afford. Since 1985, SelectQuote has saved over 1 million families millions of dollars on life insurance. Call now, 800-273-6093, or go to SelectQuote.com. Discover what over 1 million families know now. We shop, you save.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost, shipped directly to your home for free. These medical-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, arthritis, spinal disorders, and other chronic back problems. Will you qualify for a medical-grade back brace?
Call Back Brace America at 1-800-233-0190.
Welcome back to Game Time, the Ford Game of the Week. 21-20 here in the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl. First play of the second quarter. What a ball game we've had so far. It'll be tough for the second quarter to live up to the first. Exciting play there, incomplete.
And Dalen Figures right there with the nice play. The pressure up front by Union. Watch him avoid it. Just gets it from behind that time. Figures comes up, and that's a nice play. Good play on the ball by that young man.
The Trojans are going to have to punt this one away. 4th and 17. Union with the 1-point lead, going to try to add to it on this drive. Nice high punt. No return. Landon Wood hit immediately.
That's a nice open field tackle. Watch Wood right there. He's a threat. And look at the tackle. Nice play right there. 19, Drake Benoit. Good open field tackle.
So Union, the last 2 drives, Payton Thompson intercepted, returned for a touchdown. Next drive, 1-play drive, 80-yard bomb to C.J. Moore for a touchdown. I'm excited to see what's happening now.
It'll be interesting. So many weapons, as we said, for this Union team. That's a nice play. There's Hernandez again with the tackle.
He's showing up all over the place. Boone again. Turns it upfield. Knocked out at about the 45-yard line of Union.
Darius Boone, Jr. getting most of the carries in that backfield.
3rd down and 5. And there's a flag.
And that's what we talked about. Clean football right there. Another opportunity taken away from Jenks.
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
First down and 10 for Union. Ball just short of midfield. Another running play for Union.
Oh.
Boone hit hard right at midfield, a gain of 1 yard.
That's a nice play. Boy, Boone can change speeds in a hurry. And he was met right at the line of scrimmage that time. Take a look at Hernandez.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Thompson gets the completion. Not a whole lot of, well, I thought I spoke a little too soon there. A.K. Wilson about got out of the tackle, but knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, you got to let him get down. He is a very outstanding player, especially in open field. You see him going to him, little quick outs to him, and boy, he can definitely make you miss.
So they're bring 3rd down and 4 for Union. Early in the second quarter, Union on top 21-20 over the Trojans. Thompson tries to run it himself, but he loses a few yards.
There's that man Hernandez again.
So if the first quarter was the quarter of offense, maybe this will be the quarter of defense. Two stop drives. I wouldn't count on that.
Yeah, and you see Hernandez, just the impact player he is on both sides of the football for this team, and how much he was missed for the Trojans, but outstanding coverage downfield for Jenks to force that sack.
So Union now will punt it away to Jenks. Fair catch called. Gets it just inside the 15-yard line. So the Trojans now with a chance to take back the lead. (21-20), Union on top. 9:28 to go here in the first half at H.A. Chapman Stadium on the University of Tulsa campus. Beautiful facility here, and a great size facility for a high school football game of this caliber. It's not one of those 100,000 seat stadiums in the upper 20s for seat capacity.
Well, and it just makes for a great atmosphere. You see some high school games at other facilities that are a lot bigger. You just don't have this type of atmosphere, and a lot of people coming out to watch this game, with it being especially on a Thursday night.
And it's a beautiful facility too. Golden Hurricane doing all right, the football players here.
Yes, they are.
Going a lot more to the ground, I've noticed here in the second quarter. The wide receiver's probably a little tired.
Well, I think coming in, both teams wanted to establish that running game. They feel like that's so important in this matchup. So you see both teams kind of going for it. You got trips out to the left.
Second down and 9 for Jenks. Corwin hands it off. Nowhere to go.
Boy, nowhere to go right now up front. Union is doing a tremendous job. Darius Murdoch in there at the bottom of the pile. Boy, it's been no running game for Jenks so far.
Michael Panther, along with Darius Murdoch.
Third down and 9. Ball at the 16-yard line. Corwin over the middle, complete, right at the sticks. Nice catch by Tyler Wallace.
Going to be short. Take another look. Under pressure. Boy, and that's a good catch. Fourth down. A couple of inches.
Yeah, fourth and less than 1. Great catch, though, by Tyler Wallace.
Tyler Wallace. Still a quarterback, but a big-time catching the football there by Big T, as we call him, Tyler Wallace.
Landon Wood back to return the punt for Union. Late arriving player for the Trojans, Matthew Minix.
Hurry and get it off just in time.
A little pressure, but he got the punt off. High, so Wood called a fair catch. Very good starting field position for Union.
Fair catch by Wood.
The folks in Houston and Southeast Texas they're in need as they rebuild after the devastation of Hurricane Harvey. Cox Media Group and Cox Communications are partnering with the Red Cross to aid the victims of Hurricane Harvey. You can make an online donation by texting the word Harvey to the number 95920. That's 95920. If you do that, you'll get a text back that has a link. Click on that. You can pick the amount that you want to donate. It's not a set amount.
When every little bit counts in a situation like that. Good play.
And of course, now we've had 3 hurricanes in the Atlantic Ocean, 3 different ones. It's been a devastating week or two for weather. Around here.
You think about the loss and so many things that people lost.
Ball deflected, incomplete.
That's a nice play. I almost got back to that.
Yeah, Jenks already have 2-0 on turnovers. Mount had 3-0 right there. Could have very easily been another interception.
Boy, and that's a nice play because he was wide open. Wilson right across the middle.
Third down and 9 now for Union. The defenses continue to step up. Jenks trying to put a stop to this drive.
Watch more in this situation.
Thompson dumps it off. Hit. Another stop for the defense.
And who is it? That's that man.
Noah Hernandez. Jenks happy to have him back. Kevion Cooper had nowhere to go.
And he's been all over the field. Both sides of the ball. Touchdown. Now you see him making open field tackles. 2 touchdowns. I'm cheating him right there.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, making plays. Mr. Hernandez is back. He may come up and start doing the game with us. I mean, he does everything. Man.
I think Payton Thompson has to do that. You're only allowed to do the game up here if your last name is Thompson.
Yeah, oh, that's right.
Because
that's
we
right.
made Zig go to the sideline.
That's right. Thompson and Thompson and Thompson in play.
Short punt here. How much do you think this Trojan team, I'll get back to you on this question and when we come back. We'll be right back with more at Game Time on Yurview.
Are you drowning in debt? Struggling just to make minimum payments? It's not your fault. Credit card companies lure people in with low introductory rates and low minimum payments. Before you know it, those rates aren't so low and you're in over your head. Serious debt can happen to anyone, but there is hope. Our Debt Reset program has helped thousands of good people just like you eliminate their credit card debt. Call us today and we will dramatically reduce your credit card debt down to just a fraction of what you owe. Call 800-805-1525. Our Debt Reset program is designed to save you money by eliminating your debt in as little as 24 to 48 months with just one low monthly payment. If you owe over $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans, you owe it to yourself to call 800-805-1525. The call is free. The consultation is free. Take control of your credit debt. Take control of your life again. Call now to see how our Debt Reset program can work for you. 800-805-1525. That's 800-805-1525.
Mazio's.
You're watching the National High School Football Game of the Week. Join us all fall long for tomorrow's classics today, only on Yurview.
Welcome back to Game Time, the fourth game of the week. Union versus Jenks. Union on top 21-20. And what I was saying to you, Rod, is how much this improvement we're seeing with the Trojan team is just coaching and getting to gel and stuff over 2 weeks, as we say, the huge splits once again. And how much adding a player like Noah Hernandez, who's shown up big on each side of the ball.
Well, a couple things. It makes a big difference. And I think you have to look at this season. A lot of young guys coming back, but they've seen tradition. They've been around it since Little League, so they've seen tradition. They know how to get out and compete. But you have to look, too. 2 very good opponents that they play. That Owasso team, Coach Bill Blankenship and the players that he has, they are a very good team. As we said, Bigsby, 6'8", #1, 3-time state champ. So it's not like they were playing some guys who couldn't play, but I think it takes time for younger guys to get adjusted. Then you had Hernandez back. It makes a big difference as you see the big fella right here.
Lots of running room up the middle, past the 50, still going out of bounds around the 40-yard line of Union. He's a big guy, but showing off a little speed there, a little elusiveness.
How about the big fella? Twins told me he was big time. Look at the hole right here. Now watch the cutback. Right here is going to cut it back. Great mechanic, switching the football to the right hand, looking to stiff arm. Still running the football, and he is an impact guy. I said earlier in our Booker T. Washington Midwest City game rival with McQuarters, if you had a fantasy football team, would be your #1 pick. With Noah Hernandez may be 1A. He does it all for the Trojans.
Hernandez only a junior. I guess he needed a breather after that run, but who can blame him? Tyler Wallace, who had the nice catch on the last drive, gets the carry this time.
And that's good defense that time by the Redskins. Braden Spicer making all her team right there. 6'1", 220, the senior.
You don't need to see his number. You just look for the hair. It's the easiest guy in the field to identify, right?
Yes, he is.
Corwin going deep. Wagner kind of fighting with the defensive back, JT McLeod, and then couldn't locate the ball. Take another look at this one, Rod.
Take another look.
Over the other shoulder.
Got the coverage you wanted.
Third down and 10 now. Corwin facing some pressure, but he rolls right. That's going to be a holding call. Nice catch by Wagner. Short of the end zone, but it's coming back, Rod.
Yeah, definitely coming back. Now it's opening up, getting downfield, and Wagner showing you his big play capability. It's going to be a holding call. Take another look. Good camera work by our guys. Take a look up front. Right here at number 5, trying to get there.
On the defense. Hands to the face.
Might have called it on a couple guys there.
From the end of the run.
They call hands
First
to
down.
the face.
So we were wrong, Rod.
Yeah, we were all wrong that time. Take another look. Wagner getting on down there, hands to the face against Union. Wagner's big play stands.
Coach Fred thought we were right.
Yeah, yes, he did. He still thinks we're right.
All right, first and goal, less than a yard to go to get in the end zone. I think I might know who's getting this ball. Noah Hernandez right next to Ian Corwin, but no, I was wrong again. It's Corwin.
Hernandez lays a big block, and Corwin punching it in. The Trojans came to play in the backyard bowl. Take another look. Boy, following his blockers up front. Look at the block by Hernandez, big number 62. Don't leave, he said, Coach, don't leave me out. I was blocking also. Brady Latham clearing the hole, and me and you could have ran through that one.
We'll see if they're going to go for 2 again. And that's what it looks like. You convert this one, you're back on track, right, Rod? 26-21,
exactly right.
Corwin takes the handoff to Wagner. He's got some time. He's going to have to do something with it here. Still on his feet. Finally brought down.
Maybe a face mask. Got a face mask here.
It's going to give him another try. They might need to put a backup in there. Corwin's got to be gassed after that.
Run for your life.
Trying to take another look at that scramble, but it might take the rest of the quarter to just watch. There it is.
Take another look. Boy, a good job of twisting and turning. We talked about him being able to make you miss.
And it comes up big, an important thing here. None of those Trojan players held. It's very easy when your guys running around like that, and it pays off because the penalty flag goes on Union.
Yeah, and there's a face mask. Officials all over it.
Still discussing. And here's the call.
Personal foul on the defense. Half the distance from the end of the line and retry.
Let's see how much Corwin's going to run around on this one. He's actually coming off to the sideline. So I was right, he does need a breather.
Yes, he does.
So interesting here. It's farther away because the penalty was Farther away, I guess. They're going to go for the extra point. And it is good. So after all that, they just get the extra point. 27-21, Jenks on top here in the second quarter. Definitely been an interesting game, Rod.
Hey, we said in the open, throw out all the records in this game. Jenks 0-2, Union 2-0. You had Noah Hernandez back, and tradition and the coaching and the tradition of this game. You just let them play.
Let's go to Mike Ziegenhorn on the sideline. Zig,
I tell you what,
getting more entertaining, right?
Okay, yeah. I mean, it doesn't get any better. Every quarter, every minute that goes by, something weird's going to happen in this game. And I was watching Coach Frederick from Union, and right after that extra point, he went over to the side judge on his side and said, hey, you know, he just wanted to know what was going on. He didn't like some of the calls that were made, especially the defensive holding call on that play that got Jenks down inside the 1 yard line. But, you know, I mean, both these teams, they're sustaining blows from each other. They're turning the ball over. There's penalties. There's big plays. And it wouldn't surprise me if Union just came right back and struck in this football game to tie it up and take the lead.
And it might only take one play, 80 yards to C.J. Moore. You saw it in the first quarter. Thanks, Zig. You know, we were saying we had that call wrong too. Kurt Frederick was upset about it. Huge call for the Trojans. Made the Wagner catch good down to the 1 yard line. Ball touched by Wood, so that's going to be out of bounds and no penalty on that one. So 4:16 on the clock. Jenks on top, 27-21. It's so nice that Yurview and Cox Cable has this as a national game, and it's a national network, because people not from Oklahoma may not be aware of this rivalry that have here, Union and Jenks. They've combined to win the last 21 state titles in Oklahoma's biggest class of football. And not only that, but they meet every year in the regular season, even though they're not in the same district. And we've had some amazing games that came down to the last 30 seconds, the last seconds period. Last year, it came down to the final second. Let's see if we get another one tonight.
Looks like we're on our way.
Thompson, high pass, incomplete. Second down and 10 now for Union. Of course, Mike Ziegenhorn down on the sideline. You know a lot about the crazy endings and crazy plays in these games.
Series has done between these two teams. They've met 20 times in the last 10 years. It's dead even, 10 apiece. 5-5 in the regular season, 5-5 in the playoffs. And a lot of times the team that wins this game ends up losing in the playoffs or the state championship game to the other team. I mean, that's how close it is. And you look at the records, I know you've talked about that. Jenks 0-2, Union 2-0. Jenks trying to avoid an 0-3 start for the first time since 1968. These teams have great tradition. Doesn't matter what their records are when they face off, you'll see games like this every time they meet on the field.
Yeah, and that's why we love this matchup. That's why we love this rivalry. And for people not from Oklahoma watching across the country, these two school districts butt up to each other. I mean, they're not very far away.
Yeah, and when you talk about all these young men that play in these programs, they've been playing against each other since elementary school and going against each other. So a lot of history.
Wilson with the catch. He's trying to take it all the way, turns on the speed. Touchdown, Union.
Talk about Mr. Wilson. We said his big play capability in space. He can make some plays for you. Big time recruit. Take another look. Going to come across the middle on your screen right there. Now watch the block he gets right here. Boom. Big time block to create more space. He does the rest. Mr. Wilson getting it done for the Redskins. He's fired up about it.
70-yard touchdown catch. A lot of that after the catch. We've been talking about him all game, just so electric with the ball in his hands. That's why they try to get him the ball, not just downfield. They'll get it to him quickly in the flat and just let him do what he can do.
He's got a Text from Conley Phillips, basketball coach, said, hey, what an amazing game. Many people watching this game know the history. So fun to kick back and watch and take another look. Thompson taking his time in the pocket. Right across the middle, Wilson. Gonna come cut up field. Now watch the block right there. A nice block to give him more space. Got 2 players on that block. With number 88, Lawrence Harris. And hey, when you watch film tomorrow of this game, I guarantee you he's going to get a round of applause, Big Harris, for that block to allow Wilson to get downfield and give Union the lead, 28-27.
3:26 left here in the first half. Don't turn your TV. I'm guessing we'll get another score here in the first half. 28-27, Union on top. What a fun game to watch. Jenks trying to answer back, as the Trojans have been doing a good job of so far in this game, and Union done a good job of it too. They just keep answering each other back, and Union, though, has been doing these 80-yard touchdown pass, 70-yard touchdown pass, these huge chunk plays.
Well, and that's what you talk about. We talked about on paper and what you see on the field with this Union team. So many weapons, high-level athletes, a lot of Division I guys on that team. So the big plays that they can continue to make down the field. But hey, if it takes you 6 minutes or it takes you 6 seconds, just getting that end zone, they're doing it different. But we got ourselves a shootout down here on 11th Street.
Trojans offense is turned now. This is going to be a touchback. Jenks will get it at the 20-yard line. Take a look at the scoring drive here. Pretty much one long play.
Yeah, you're taking a look downfield. And there's that man again. That's Wilson right there. And now he's going to come across your screen. Going to catch this ball and turn on the wheels. My man Lawrence Harris going to come with the nice block. 4 plays, 82 yards, a 70-yard touchdown reception. A.K. Wilson getting it done for the Union Redskins to give them the lead.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Jenks down by 1. 3:26 to go here in the first half. Corwin hit hard. Pick up the 2 yards.
When he's tough hit right there. You see Jenks, they're looking to go downfield. Great coverage this time, that time by that secondary. And we talk about that secondary for this Union team. Talk about Patrick Fields, the OU commit, has the highest grade point average on the team at a 4.5. And also Landon Wood, a baseball player, big-time baseball player, but Coach Frederick said he wouldn't want anybody else back there in that defensive backfield to come up and make plays, but to be able to check off and be leaders like that. Those 2 guys. How about Patrick Fields, 4.5? Great example there of getting it done on the gridiron and in the classroom.
You know, when I was in high school, you couldn't get over a 4.
But yeah, I couldn't get that at Biggs either. Would have got it,
yeah.
You know, if I could have. But you know, we couldn't get that, Patrick.
They didn't give it to us. I took some AP's classes and honors classes. They weren't giving me 5s for an A.
Yeah, so 4.5 for that young man.
3rd down and 4. Corwin. He's got a wide open man. Look at, what a catch by Wagner, DJ Wagner, the guy that caught it down at the 1-yard line on the last drive. Man, juggling one-handed.
We talked about him before the game. How about Mr. Wagner right there? Gets behind the defense. Look at the hands. Hand-eye coordination, stays with it, keeps his feet in bounds. That's a big-time play for that young man. He says, hold up, Mr. Moore. I can make those plays also. Jay Wagner, senior, D'Angelo Wagner, I know he's fired up watching his son play.
Incomplete pass by Corwin. Makes it 2nd down with 1:53 to go here in the first half. Jenks trying to take back the lead before we go to halftime. Trojans might want to take their time on this drive, even if they get in the end zone and not give Union anything, because they had a 10-second 80-yard drive not too long ago.
And you're right. You talked about, you know, Wagner Moore. All these guys that you see making big plays, and even the guys you don't, they do a lot of work outside of football season. I know these guys get together, train with some local guys here. I believe Dwight Dobbins, former TU player, trains a lot of these guys, and boy, they do a good job, and it's really showing. Game really elevating when you turn the lights on.
Dropped it off to Will Cox, and of course we said Cox's name quite a bit in that game against Owasso. No, Hernandez was not playing at that point.
By Jordan Kelly, Braden Spicer. Third down.
That brings up third down, 4 yards to go for Jenks, down by 1 point. This is that area of the field where you go for it on fourth down. Corwin going deep to Wagner again. Another great catch by DJ Wagner, putting on a show.
Hey, just throw it up to him.
Great plan to me.
Oh, Dad told me before the game he was so fired up for this game. He was waiting for this moment ever since he's been playing. Now look at the hand-eye coordination, the concentration, going up and making the play. Big-time play by that young man.
Hernandez.
How about the cut? How about the cut? How about the wheels? Did he get in?
They called him just short. I thought for sure he was going to get in, but that'll bring up second down and goal.
Love the change of direction. Watch here. Watch a little move right here, and then the power, the burst, then the power here. It just keeps those feet moving. And boy, trying to get across. Good job defensively. Talk about Wagner real quick before this next play. Again, we said first-year starter. He's a senior, first-year starter. Last couple of guys to do that. Carson Epps, Isaiah Epps. One is at Iowa State, the other one at Kentucky. Isaiah Epps had his first reception this past Saturday. Mike Epps is fired up about his boy, and Hernandez
gets it in this time.
Take him in.
Third touchdown of the game for him.
Mr. Hernandez, where have you been?
Let's go.
Impact player, getting it done on both sides. Just give it to him. Makes the move, gets downhill while he's running that football. And Trojans saying, we are back.
Timeout by Jenks. Going to talk this one over.
Jenks. The half.
Just about perfect for Jenks here. 13 seconds left on the clock. And you need with not much time at all to try to answer back. So it looks like Jenks will go into the half up in this one. 13 state titles. This is only his 22nd season coaching Jenks. So he does it better, averages better than one every other year.
Yeah, no.
Won 4 in a row before this last season when Union won.
Has more rings than he has fingers. Trembling, you take a look, Coach Frederick, he got 5 of his own. And these two teams really getting it done.
Coach Fred, of course, broke that Trojan streak Union did last year. Wasn't easy, had to knock off Jenks and then Norman North in the finals, who they had a good team, of course. 33-28, 13 seconds left, ball on the 3-yard line. Jenks going for a 2-point conversion, trying to make that lead 7 points going into the half. Ian Corwin in the backfield with Noah Hernandez. Corwin incomplete. 33-28, 5-point lead. So you're on the downside of this going for 2. You've only got 1 out of 3. Giving up 1 point.
Giving up 1. Boy, you got to love the way this team is playing and how they're responding. You know, I'm talking to Coach Frederick before the game and was asking him about this team, and he said, you know, it's still early and they're going to keep improving. You know, so he said, you know, coming in, we know this is going to be a tough game. I mean, we've seen this before. Both teams have been in this situation before. And he knew it, and I just think matching the intensity of this Jenks team, I mean, they're like a wounded animal. I mean, coming out 0-2, but, you know, have that fight in them, and boy, they have responded in this first half.
I'm not sure how the class is going to be tomorrow at Union and Jenks. These kids having a lot of fun out there. Players will be exhausted. I think those student fans will be exhausted as well.
No doubt about it.
They're kids, though. They're young. They can bounce back.
But me and you, we may struggle a little bit.
Trojans kicking it off with 13 seconds to go. Here in the second quarter, 33-28, Jenks on top. Most everybody expected Union to win this one. The Union has been so impressive so far this season against some big-time opponents, going 2-0. Jenks 0-2, but right now it's Jenks on top, 33-28 with 4 seconds left in the second quarter. We knew better. We knew this was going to be a close game.
I mean, it's funny at work all day today, and everybody, man, you got that Jenks Union game. Boy, I mean, it's going to be a blowout. I said, well, you don't know much about the Backyard Bowl.
See if Union does anything or just takes a knee. I mean, you got C.J. Moore back there, A.K. Wilson. Lots of good playmakers. Going to hand it off to Kevion Moore, and that'll do it. 33-28, Jenks on top at the half here in the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl. What a game here on Yurview. Jenks Union living up to the hype.
Your Jenks Trojans 33.
Well, has not been boring, Rod. Hopefully the second half lives up to this crazy first half, especially that first quarter, which was just remarkable. 21-20 was the score at that point. So it slowed down scoring-wise a little bit here in the second quarter, but just as entertaining with some long touchdown plays. One to A.K. Wilson for 70 yards. 33-28, Jenks on top.
Well, and you love the atmosphere and intensity which both teams came out and played with, especially this Jenks team. I mean, come out and have the lead right now. And the way they've played has been very well in this first half.
All right, Mike Ziegenhorn down on the field with the Trojans head coach, Alan Trimble.
How nuts was that?
Oh, man, I tell you what, worth the $8 ticket.
You had the best seat in the house, too, didn't you?
I did. I don't know how much of this I can take. I tell you, proud of both teams. They're really getting after it.
Talk about your guys, how they came out and fought really hard tonight. The 0-2 start, were you surprised at the intensity that they had?
Well, we've been working on that and trying to, you know, work our kids into playing very hard. Anytime you play a team, you know, as quality as Union, you know you better come out and give it your best shot.
Good luck second half, Alan.
Thank you, Mike.
Nate, Rod, back to you guys.
I thank you, Zig. What a performance by the Trojans. Really improved from that first game we saw against Owasso. Stay tuned for more Game Time on Yurview after the break.
Halftime on Game Time is brought to you by the Oklahoma Farm Bureau, the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better. Tune in each week as we bring you some of the best players in the nation.
Attention blood thinner users. If you or a loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. The widely prescribed blood thinners Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to a number of dangerous side effects, including internal bleeding, gastrointestinal bleeding, kidney bleeding, stroke, brain hemorrhaging, and even death. If you or a loved one suffered any of these injuries after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call right now. You may be owed significant compensation from the manufacturer. manufacturer. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If you or a loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-960-9964. Again, that's 1-800-960-9964.
If you're struggling with at least $10,000 in credit card debt, you could qualify for National Debt Relief's Debt Reset Program. This program can reduce the balances on your debt and reduce your monthly payments while you become debt-free in 24 to 48 months. There are no upfront costs or out-of-pocket expenses. Imagine being debt-free in 24 to 48 months. Call now to see if you qualify. You can talk to a counselor right now.
Call 800-694-6795.
True to your money.
You're watching the National High School Football Game of the Week. Join us all fall.
Halftime on Game Time is brought to you by the Oklahoma Farm Bureau, the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better. Tune in each week as we bring you some of the best players in the nation all fall long.
Welcome back to Game Time, the Ford Game of the Week. Living up to the Game of the Week status here. Jenks on top, 33-28 in the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl, and it's been a thriller. Lots of great offensive plays. I'm kind of worn out. I've been yelling a lot, Rod.
I know.
That's how exciting it's been.
Yeah, what an outstanding game coming into this matchup, and boy, just what we expected coming in. You know, a lot of people didn't expect that, but Jenks and Hernandez is back and just playing with a little more sense of urgency.
Hey, we saw a great performance by both teams, and we're going to watch another one right here, the Trojan Band. I'm going to send it down to the PA announcer.
And now, for your halftime entertainment, performing their 2017 show, A Moment in Time. Here's the head, John Kirk, Adam Schmidt, and the Jenks Trojans.
you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost, shipped directly to your home for free. These medical-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, arthritis, spinal disorders, and other chronic back problems. Our accredited staff will handle all of the Medicare paperwork for free, and best of all, your brace is shipped directly to your home for free. Don't let chronic lower back pain slow you down. Get moving and stay active with a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost. We also accept Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, Aetna, Humana, and other insurance. Will you qualify for a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare? Find out for free.
Call Back Brace America at 1-800-698-1790. That's 1-800-698-1790, 1-800-698-1790.
This is important news for women using birth control medications and devices. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with a pseudotumor after using one of these birth control drugs or devices, you may be eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Contact the law firm of Davis & Crump right now if you or a loved one have used one of these birth control medications or devices and were diagnosed with a pseudotumor to see if you are eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Call now. Operators are standing by.
Oklahoma Ford dealer. You're watching the National High School Football Game of the Week. Join us all fall long for tomorrow's classics today, only on Yurview.
Welcome back to Game Time, the Ford Game of the Week, and check out that view. Beautiful moon out here, looks almost full.
How about that view right there, Nathan? Outstanding camera work. I don't know about my view, but your view
nice.
Should be pretty good. You like how I segued that in there, didn't you,
That's
Nate?
right. It's a great night for high school football here, weather-wise, and we're getting a great show. Jenks on top, 33-28 over Union in the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl. Let's take a look at the highlights of the first half. And I'll tell you what, Rod, there's a ton of these.
Yes, it is, and boy, fun game to watch in this first half. Be interesting to see the adjustments made in the second, but the first half, your view highlights, and boy, started off early.
The first drive of the ball game right here, Darius Boone, right up the middle, 18-yard touchdown run. Union on top, 7-0, very quickly. Jenks first drive, hey, same thing. Noah Hernandez back, didn't play the first 2 games, and now he's in the end zone, 4-yard TD run. There would be a lot of these scoring drives.
And this man again, Mr. Hernandez, saying I'm back and getting it done.
Payton Thompson intercepted on this one. Blake Pitcock takes it 34 yards for the touchdown. Jenks on top 18-14 at this point.
Always good when your defense make plays.
Yeah, they go for the 2-point conversion right here and get it. Brayton Fifth with the catch, 20-14. Jenks on top. This is still the first quarter, guys. And check this out. Payton Thompson airs it out to C.J. Moore, turns on the Jets, 80-yard touchdown pass. That's the future Oklahoma State player.
Getting it done, and watch him put the ball down so politely right there, Mr. C.J. Moore.
Second quarter now. 1-yard TD run by Ian Corwin. Jenks back on top, 27-21. You know, in Union, a lot of long plays for Union in this game. This time to A.K. Wilson.
A.K. Wilson getting it done. Harris with the great block. Wilson doing the rest for the Redskins.
That one went 70 yards. Union on top by 1. And that's Noah Hernandez once again, 33-28. Jenks on top. We're going to send it down to the field now for a check presentation by MidFirst Bank.
Getting into the spirit of the Backyard Bowl. Please join me in welcoming Scott Stidham, Tulsa Market President with MidFirst Bank, along with Union Superintendent Dr. Kurt Arsler, along with Jenks Superintendent Dr. Stacy Butterfield. Please give them a warm Backyard Bowl welcome. MidFirst Bank is pleased to honor and support these 2 great schools and their leaders by presenting checks to each school. MidFirst Bank would also like to thank the players, Spirit Squad members, and band members on the field, teachers in the classrooms, administrators and parents and students of these two great high schools, Union High School and Jenks High School. MidFirst Bank partnering with
14,000 apiece. That's quite a gift by MidFirst Bank. You love to see that, investing into the schools here in Oklahoma. MidFirst Bank hosts this, sponsors this game every year. Do a great job of it. They picked a good one to sponsor. It's always an
Yes,
exciting one. We're going to send it back to the field now. Zig's got an interview. Zig?
All right, guys, we're here with Scott Stidham, the Tulsa market president of MidFirst Bank. Congratulations. What did you guys think when you took this over 14 years ago to be a sponsorship? You knew every game was going to be like this, didn't you?
I wish we could say we did. We also hoped all the weather would always be like this, but it's not always there. We're just proud to participate. You know, MidFirst Bank's an Oklahoma-owned and operated organization. Our staff, our officers, our shareholders do a lot with their time in all the communities we serve, but we think this is an incredible gesture by our shareholders to allow us to do a community-wide event like this. We're donating almost $30,000 tonight in aggregate. We've donated almost $330,000 over the 14 years we've done this. So we realized Jenks and Union could partner with about anyone in town. We appreciate their willingness to allow us to partner with them, and we appreciate the community for allowing us to serve them.
And what's great about this, money's raised at a football game, but it goes back to the schools and they put it toward education.
Yeah, Mike, I appreciate you pointing that out. It does. It goes straight back to the school's coffers. They determine how they want to use it. Yes, it is a football game. That's the venue that brings everybody out and provides the community atmosphere, but the schools decide where it goes, and we're just happy to be part of it.
Thanks a lot. I want one of those big checks before you get out of here, too.
We'll try to find you
Sign
one.
it, too.
We'll try to find you one,
All right,
Mike.
thanks
Thank
a lot.
you.
Guys, back up to you.
Thank you, Zig. And I want mine to say 14,000 also. That would be pretty nice, right?
That would be good.
Great job by MidFirst Bank there. Really appreciate them giving back to some of the schools here in the community. And stay tuned for more Game Time on Yurview after the break.
Attention! Do you owe more than $12,000 in private student loans? Are you having trouble making payments? Call now as you may qualify for principal and interest reduction. If you qualify, you may be able to reduce the principal and interest of your private student loan balance. Put a stop to all the harassing and threatening from collection agencies once your loans have been reduced. Call Optima Advocates at 800-358-7515 for free information. 800-358-7515. 800-358-7515.
Because every great accomplishment takes courage. Because one person can't do it all. Because dreams are worth chasing. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money, with proven services that support all of your endeavors. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Rivers connect us, flowing through our lives, bringing us the water we drink, connecting us to nature, to each other. But our rivers and streams are littered with trash, threatening clean water, harming fish and wildlife, turning beautiful river banks into neighborhood eyesores. You can stand up for clean water by getting involved with National River Cleanup. Visit AmericanRivers.org/river cleanup to find out how you can make a difference today.
You're watching the National High School Football Game of the Week. Join us all fall long for tomorrow's classics today, only on Yurview.
Welcome back to Game Time, the Ford Game of the Week. Jenks on top of Union 33-28 at the half. Great performance so far for the Trojans. One of the reasons by is Mitch Culkin, a senior linebacker, fullback for the Trojans. Coach Alan Trimble really happy with his leadership for his team.
On the field, you know, it's competition. We're going after one another. But once we step off the field, we're all brothers. We're all one big family. spending time with each other. We're here a lot all together. And so just being with each other, getting to know all the young guys that are coming up into the program, and hanging out just outside of football as well.
Well, I'm excited that Mitchell Culkin returns as one of our starting linebackers. He's a Jenks lifer and a kid that I've just loved watch growing up in our system. And he's a self-made player. He's worked so hard, in the weight room and training. He started last year as a junior, had a great year, and he's kind of picking up right where he left off. So I'm excited. He makes your locker room better. He makes you better on the field, and just one of our seniors that we're really counting on, not only for his play, but for his leadership.
It's been awesome. My sophomore years to now, he hasn't changed. He's been giving us his 100%. He's out there with us every day. He's coaching, he's getting around. It's been a great experience. Holding everyone accountable. I think before coming into high school football, I think I've been just focused on myself, but now learning from him, I can see that I don't only have to hold myself accountable, I have to hold everyone else.
On Jenks, no doubt. Yes, he does. Outstanding player. Got fortunate enough to coach that young man at PWP, playing with purpose when he was young in basketball. Was always a hard worker, and it just kind of spreading over. Knew he's going to be a football player, but outstanding young man, great family, and you see why Coach Trimble is so happy to have that young man in his program. Just an outstanding young man all the way around. You tell young people work extremely hard in whatever you do, and boy, I got to see him work hard when he was a youngster, and to see him develop into the young man he is now. I talked to his dad before the game. I know they're extremely proud of what he's doing and being a leader on this Jenks Trojan team. He's been a Trojan all of his life, and so it's always good to see these young men grow up and continue to get better and play and have an impact in such a great program.
No doubt about that, and what a great game we've got going on here tonight. The MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl. Jenks on top, 33-28 over Union. Let's take a look at the stats here, Rod. And what jumps out to you? Obviously, turnovers and points off turnovers are huge.
Yeah, and I think that's a big difference, boy. But look at the numbers. Look at the passing: 231, 215. Total yards: 271, 286. Both teams. You look at the rushing yards right there. Boy, I think that when you look at Noah Hernandez, his impact: 3 touchdowns. He's been able to have, and Pitcock 34-yard interception return. So defense generating offense for this team. So an outstanding game. You look at the records up there. That's what sticks out. 2-0 and 0-2. But we got a shootout here at the halftime.
All right, we're going to go down to Zig now. He's with Union's head coach Kirk Frederick.
All right, Coach. I think Forrest Gump said, "You never know what you're going to get." Do you? I mean, this game, it's just full of surprises every time you guys meet.
Yeah, that's one thing you can always expect, is that it's going to be a crazy football game. We're in a dogfight right here. Jenks is playing well, and obviously turnovers will kill you. We had one taken away from us there in that half, but they got 2 good ones on us, and we're going to have to play better, just get better and play better football.
All right, good luck second half.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Fred, guys, back up to you.
All right, thank you, guys, and stay tuned for more Game Time on Yurview after the break.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your 2 favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazio's.
Improving the lives of Oklahomans is the proud heritage of Oklahoma Farm Bureau. Today, whether you live on the farm, small town, or big city, Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance is here to protect you when life happens, when you need us most. Everyone claims to be local. Only Oklahoma Farm Bureau has locations in every county across our state. Contact an agent today. We're ready to help save you money and give you real peace of mind. We're the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better.
Because practice pays off. Because it's better to give than to receive. Because there's no place like home. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money, with innovative services that let you focus on what's most important. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your 2 favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazio's.
Welcome back to Game Time, the Ford Game of the Week. About to start off the second half here at TU's H.A. Chapman Stadium on a beautiful night for football and a beautiful game so far. Jenks on top 33-28 over top-ranked and defending state champion Union. Excited to see a second half that hopefully has as many big plays and exciting turnarounds and everything else we had in the first half.
Yeah, we caught our breath, so we want some more of that from both teams. And down to the wire, we talk about special teams coming into that game. Be interesting to see half that point has an impact on this game down the stretch. But as we always say, Nate, you know, when you talk about going into halftime, it's always interesting to see the adjustments that are made at the half.
So Jenks has the lead and is going to get to start the second half with the ball.
Are you ready for more Trojan football?
It's going to start with the touchback. So Jenks scored a touchdown in the second quarter with only 13 seconds left. And you see that kind of weird number for a football score, 33. Jenks missed the extra point on its first touchdown on its first drive of the ball game, and has really been chasing points ever since. Gone for 3 two-point conversions, I believe. Missed all of them but one.
So Corwin's numbers. Hernandez in that backfield.
Gets it, runs up the middle.
Draw play. Boy, he's been a huge impact for this team. You know, you see the big fella Jordan Kelly, OU commit.
Kelly and Fields, OU commit. CJ Moore, an Oklahoma State commit. Got a little bedlam on the Union team by itself. Second down and 6 now. Corwin under center. Hands it off to Hernandez. Hernandez! Such a powerful runner.
Oh, man. Powerful, showing great speed. Take another look. He's going to give it. Look at him get through the hole. Look at the stiff arm. Keeps running. Boy, he makes you pay when you come up to tackle him. Guys, you hate to tackle. But you see this Jenks team trying to establish the running game.
First down and 10 now, 33-28. Corwin keeping it himself this time, brought down for a loss.
Well, that's a good job defensively.
We said don't look at the number, just look at the hair. That's
exactly
Spicer.
right. Spicer getting it done.
Second down and 14 now for the Trojans. Corwin now in the shotgun. Takes the handoff, gets the completion, almost complete. Wagner knocked loose of the ball by Landon Wood, laying the wood.
Yes, he is.
Someone might make that pun, which I did.
Big time play right there defensively.
It's going to bring up third down and 14 now. Trojans with 5 receivers for Ian Corwin. Corwin all alone in the backfield. Ball at the 40-yard line. Flags down before the snap.
Third down.
That's going to move it 5 more yards back. So now 3rd and 19, ball on the 30. They have to get all the way almost to midfield at the 49-yard line.
Watch him try to go downfield. See where Wagner is.
Corwin trying to elude the pressure, tripped up. There's a flag down.
Tried to
Ian Corwin
step in the pocket.
knocked down at the 27 by Kenya Walker.
So we'll have to see what the official call is. Looks like it's going to be on Jenks, probably a holding, and they're going to decline
Illegal
that.
formation on the offense. That penalty is declined. Down.
Of course, you would decline that on 3rd and long. You get the stop. Now the Trojans have to punt this one away. Wood back to return it for Union.
Landon Wood back.
Like if you're Union, you'll get full field position. Excuse me.
Max Merritt will kick it away.
Union down by 5, trying to take the lead back. 4th and 23 for the Trojans. Low snap. Low line drive punt into the corner. Ball's going to be just past the 40-yard line. Nice starting field position for Union here in the 3rd quarter of the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl. You're watching Game Time on Yurview.
34 yards on the punt, no return.
Got a lot of lead changes in this one, Rod. Union hoping we get another one on this drive. The band, the fans, they're all into it.
Fired up.
By my count, we've had 8 lead changes, Rod.
Boy, great pursuit. That hole closed pretty quick. The big fella.
Darius Boone, 6 foot 195 on the carry.
Along with Steven Fraser.
Jovion Sear with the tackle. That's who you meant by the big man.
Yeah, the big fella.
Not Boone. Like the handoff to Wilson and then threw it to him.
Wilson, he can to a high rate of speed, really fast. It's like they kind of rock you to sleep and then you look up and Moore is wide open. It's a big 3rd down play right here.
Union defense got the stop. Jenks defense trying to do the same thing right here. Boone in the backfield with Thompson. Wilson and Moore on the left. The 2 big playmakers at wide receiver for Union, and gets the completion for a 1st down, hit Wilson.
And that's a great catch and a tough catch right there by Wilson. Defender draped all over him that time, done a good job. Good job by Thompson putting that ball on the money. Wilson can catch that ball.
So 1st and 10 for Union in Jenks territory. Boone. Nice carry. A couple yards short of the 1st down. Ball now at the 34-yard line. Eight and a half minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter at H.A. Chapman Stadium on the campus of the University of Tulsa. Here, Payton Thompson, 16 to 20 for 246 yards. Darius Boone down the sideline and in the end zone. Union back on top, the 9th lead change of the game.
Darius Boone. We talked about him at that running back position. Take another look. Going to come up and watch the cutback. Good patience, running out of that backfield, turns on the wheels, gets down the sideline and touchdown. Darius Boone gives Union the lead.
(34-33), but extra point would give Union a 2-point lead. No problem there. 35-33 Union back on top. This one's been going back and forth. Nothing different here in the second half, more of the same. We take a look at the Mazio's MVPs right here that we picked before the game and how they're doing so far tonight.
Yeah, you take a look at TD receptions for C.J. Moore, then you look at Corin on the other side, 215 yards passing and 1 rushing TD, so living up to the hype.
Don't forget, Mazio's MVP is brought to you by Mazio's. Text the word MVP to 664-444 and receive a coupon for a large one-topping pizza for only $5. Again, text MVP to 664444. That's 66 and then 4 4s. It's easy to remember, right? You can get a coupon for a large one-topping pizza for $5. So Union back on top, 35-33 with 8:17 to go in the third quarter. Darius Boone with a nice TD run. Boone, of course, had the first touchdown of the game as well for Union. Union's been very successful on its first drives of each half. It's going to be a touchback for Jenks. Let's take a look at the scoring drive here. First drive of the second half for Union. A.K. Wilson with a nice catch in the flat, gains a few yards. This one on a big third down play, which they really needed.
Big
time the first
play.
down again to Wilson.
That's a tough catch right there by him, and then you let Mr. Boone finish it up. Get to the outside, young man. 34-yard touchdown run, 5 plays, 59 yards, 121. Redskins back on top.
Trojans now trying to answer. First down and 10. Ball at the 20-yard line to start this drive. Corwin makes the first tackler miss, gets the completion. How's that for some quarterback play?
Boy, very elusive. Quentin Johnson right there with the catch. And we talk about Ian Corwin out of that quarterback position, can make you miss, and finds his receiver. Good catch.
Got a flag, though.
10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Trojans have been a little bit by the penalty bug here in the second half. All the way back to the 10-yard line now. It'll be first down and 20. No Hernandez back in the game. Trojans down by 2. 8 penalties for 70 yards. Union definitely winning the penalty battle in this one. Hernandez just picks up a few yards out to the 13-yard line.
Good piece of tackling that time. Number 10. Patrick Fields coming up, and we talked about at his position in the secondary. He plays like a linebacker, comes up downhill, really is aggressive from that position.
Second down and 17. Corwin by himself in the backfield in the shotgun. Thought he was going to run it for a second. Instead, completes it for a first down. DJ Wagner having himself a game.
And I tell you what, this young man has stepped up all year. 18 catches coming into this game. Take another look at him. Watch him create space right here. Gets the catch and it turns on the wheels. And boy, a big time play. And that's all he's done all season. Worked extremely hard, waited his turn, and taken advantage of the opportunity.
It's always nice for the Trojans right now. They were in that 1st and 20 on their own 10-yard line and turning this into a drive already into Union territory. DJ Wagner, a big reason for that, as we saw that long first down catch. 5 catches for 141 yards for Wagner. Not bad for a little more than a half a play.
Well, that's good defense right there, boy. Going nowhere. Time tackle, Kenya Walker.
I'm going to do some quick math here, but 5 catches for 141 yards. That's 28.2 yards a catch. In the head, Rod. Did it in the head.
Did. Broke. That's a Bartlesville education.
That's right.
There.
Not messing around.
Fields better be glad. 4.7 over here.
Arched at the half.
So 35-33, Union on top with 5:58 to go here in the third quarter at H.A. Chapman Stadium in the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl. Trojans driving. It's going to be 3rd and long for Jenks. Ball back now on its own 49-yard line after a loss. Great night for football here in Tulsa. Beautiful temperature, beautiful weather. And it's always a great time to go to Yurview.com. All Game Time high school football games stream live each week at Yurview.com. Also check back throughout the week for Ford Game of the Week highlights and additional coverage, including the new weekly high school football recruiting podcast. It's called Over the Middle. Host is Jeremy Crabtree, who's been in the recruiting game for as long as I can remember. He's been one of the original guys who really got into it hard and covering it. So definitely an expert, Jeremy Crabtree, with the podcast Over the Middle. 3rd down and 14. Trojans with the ball on their own 49-yard line, trying to convert again on 3rd and long. Corwin looking downfield, almost intercepted. We had 2 Jenks receivers right there, kind of a miscommunication, it looked like.
Yeah, very fortunate that time that no interception. Another look. Boy, Wagner was right there. Miscommunication.
Also Julian Clark. Landon Wood back to return for Union. Standing just inside his own 20. It's not going to field that one. Takes a little bit of a Union bounce. As we would always expected, a great game here in the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl. We'll have more Game Time on Yurview coming up.
You're watching the National High School Football Game of the Week. Join us. You're watching the National High School Football Game of the Week. Join us all fall long for tomorrow's classics today, only on Yurview.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event. Get 0% for 60 months on the smartest, most capable trucks. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers. Like 0% financing for 60 months on F-Series, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Because practice pays off. Because it's better to give than to receive. Because there's no place like home. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money, with innovative services that let you focus on what's most important. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Third quarter, 5:45 left in the quarter. 2nd down and 8. Thompson. Double pass, but we have a flag down. That's a catch. Avery Alverson for the touchdown. Flag's down. I'm guessing, though, it's a late hit on the quarterback. Kevion Cooper with the toss to Avery Alverson.
When you're doing a game like this, you're going to see some trick plays or surprise plays at time. And Everybody waiting to see what the call is.
Now they're going over to talk to Coach Fred, so I'm guessing it's a late hit on the quarterback. Take another look at this one. Thompson, Kevion Cooper, who changed his number at the half, now number 26. He airs it out to Avery
like
Albertson.
Hey, there is no foul on the play. The first pass was backwards. Touchdown.
So because the pass was backward, it would have been a penalty on Jenks either way, but because the pass was backwards, it was not a penalty. Play is good in that it counts, and it was awesome.
Yeah, outstanding play that time. Just the way you draw it up. And boy, Cooper, he put it on the money. He may have played quarterback in Little League.
That's right. Those are the kind of plays we're used to seeing here in the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl. We've seen some passes on kick returns. We've seen all kinds of crazy endings. Extra point is good. That's why we love it. Now Union expanding that lead to 42-33. The biggest, largest lead of the ball game so far. Before that, the biggest lead was 7-0.
Yeah, and Union creating some space right now.
Let's hear from Zig down on the sideline.
Yeah, guys, you really got to credit the officials on that play, because I think one or two of them thought it was not a backwards pass in the backfield. They all got together, and the side judge on the Jenks side actually ran in and said, yes, I could see it from my angle. It was a backwards pass, and that's why they ended up picking up the flag and giving the touchdown to Union. So great job by an officiating crew on this high school level to get together and communicate with each other.
Yeah, thank you, Zig. Great point. We always like to see the officials, you know, they can take a moment if it ensures they get it right, just like they did there.
Exactly right. And they were all over it. Interesting series right here for Jenks. You know, talking to Coach Trimble before the game, and I asked him, I said, hey, what's something that you guys been looking to improve on after this 0-2 start? And he said, you know, one of the things we just got to get better at focusing on the next play. He said, you know, we're young, and so we kind of let it linger over us a little bit, but we need to make sure that we just focus on the next play each time. And so something they've been trying to do, and let's see how they respond after this run right here by Union.
Yeah, 14-0. Union has outscored Jenks here in the second half with 5:05 to go in the third quarter. Avery Albertson with the catch, 70-yard TD reception. Second drive under a minute. Trojans trying to answer it back now. And when you're trying to answer it back, that's a good man to give the ball to. Zig, you've got some more insight on that double pass for a touchdown.
Well, and I just, to clarify, I asked the official what the flag was. He said they threw a flag for roughing the passer, but he said you cannot have a roughing the passer on a backwards pass in the backfield. So that's why they waved the flag. It had nothing to do with them trying to figure out if it was backwards or not. It was going to be a roughing the passer penalty, and they waved it off because you can't do that.
Thank you, Zig. Yeah, we were talking about that. I originally thought it was a roughing the passing call because it wasn't a pass. It was a run at that point before Cooper threw it.
15 yards. Still first down.
Tell you what, yet again, an offensive drive at the very beginning. Jenks gets a big penalty and gets backed up.
Yeah, and that's been kind of Achilles' heel right now for this Jenks team. Here's the penalties.
Nine penalties for 85 yards. Killer for the Trojans. Now down by 9. Corwin takes the snap, Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Makes the first tackler miss. What a move by Corwin.
Boy, nice move by Corwin, but look at the closing speed of Patrick Fields to chase him down. Take another look. How about the move? We talked about him being able to run. Look at the change of direction. Now watch Fields come into your screen right here. Boy, look at the speed and the burst to come and make that play.
It was interesting to see how many of the Union defensive players went with Hernandez. Whenever you have the kind of first half he did, they're definitely keying on him. Going to bring up third down.
Third down. Jordan Kelly.
Under 4 minutes now here in the third quarter.
Extra tackle.
Big third down for the Trojans. Jenks has fallen behind by 9 to Union. Hernandez gets the first down. Flag is down again.
Boy, Hernandez is a man.
Tackle by Braden Spicer.
Union has outscored Jenks 14-0 in the third quarter.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense, 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
I know a lot of Trojan fans were probably holding their breath when they saw that flag, that so many of the penalties have gone against the Trojans so far in this half, but obvious call right there.
Yeah, nice job by the officials all over it.
48-yard line for the Trojans. First down and 10 now. Gain of maybe a yard on that run by Will Cox.
And off is to Will Cox.
I'm feeling a crazy ending to this one, right?
Yeah. It's setting up for it, isn't it?
Pitt Cox and Wagner on the left, Cox on the right. And Corwin going over the middle.
Nice catch.
One-handed snag. Brett Nelson.
Time play right there by Nelson. Take another look.
Yeah, that deserves a replay.
That reach out there with the one hand, young fella.
Second one-handed catch we've seen by Trojan receivers. DJ Wagner had one. Ball now on the 46-yard line of Union, so third down and 4 for Jenks. Huge drive for the Trojans. Down by 9 after having that 5-point halftime lead. It evaporated quickly here in the third quarter. Corwin sacked. Huge loss. To punt the ball away, and of course the man who does it, the Sooner commit, Jordan Kelly.
Man, Jordan Kelly, he was double teamed, and watch him get right through both of those guys right there, and once he puts those mitts on you, you're coming down. JK Jordan Kelly, and he's fired up about it.
That's a big test coming up for the Jenks defense. You give up another touchdown here, it's starting to get out of hand, getting a little far away for a team and an offense as good as Union to have a 16-point lead late in the third quarter.
Well, this defensive series coming up right here, it's going to be important for the Jenks defense. Good punt.
Nice Jenks bounce, so it's going to start just past the 20-yard line for Union with 1:02 left in the third quarter. It's been all Union here in the third quarter, 14-0 over Jenks. Class 6A1, the biggest for people outside of Oklahoma. Class 6A1, the biggest class in Oklahoma. These teams are in it. Union #1, the defending state champ. Owasso's been really impressive this year. Missed the playoffs last season, but only won 3 games. Looking a lot better this year.
They're a very good team when you talk about the Owasso Rams. I mean, we've had them, a tremendous team. Broken Arrow, much improved right there, 0-2. But, I mean, 2 tough games they played. Norman North, Jenks, Mustang, Westmore, Edmond, Santa Fe, Southmore, and Norman. So, you know, again, big question, can anybody solve the riddle of Jinx and Union? I think Owasso is definitely a contender, and we'll find out here in a couple of weeks.
And Norman North is a team that made it to the finals last season, the state finals, before losing to Union, and the highest ranked West Side team this season. Thompson over the middle, nice catch by A.K. Wilson, sliding for a first down. This Union offense just keeps chugging along.
Boy, they keep coming at you.
Thompson hands it off this time. Boone.
Good tackle.
That's Hernandez. Might get one more played out here out of the third quarter, if Union chooses to. Doesn't look like that will happen. So that's the end of the third quarter. Union on top 42-33 after outscoring Jinx 14-0 in this quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. Stay tuned for more Game Time on Yurview after the break.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event, offering 0% for 60 months on the most 5-star safety-rated vehicles. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers, like 0% financing for 60 months on all Ford SUVs, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Improving the lives of Oklahomans is the proud heritage of Oklahoma Farm Bureau. Today, whether you live on the farm, small town, or big city, Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance is here to protect you when life happens, when you need us most. Everyone claims to be local. Only Oklahoma Farm Bureau has locations in every county across our state. Contact an agent today. We're ready to help save you money and give you real peace of mind. We're the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better.
Because every great accomplishment takes courage. Because one person can't do it all. Because dreams are worth chasing. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money. With proven services that support all of your endeavors. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Welcome back to Game Time, the Ford game of the week. Beautiful moon out. Beautiful game so far. Jinx defense trying to step up. Trojans need a stop here.
We talked about this young man, Mitchell Culkin, coming up and making the play.
So 3rd and 11, key play. Trojans need a stop. They got a chance to get one right here on this play. Thompson over the middle, wide open. Avery Alverson just tripped up, close to getting a touchdown there. He just had a 70-yarder a minute ago.
And that's a big-time 3rd down conversion right there for Union. Take another look. Blitz coming. There it is right there. Double A.
Union trying to add to that 9-point game in the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl. A.K. Wilson in motion. He gets the handoff. It's reverse. C.J. Moore. Ball comes loose, but it was after he was down. Up by 9. Union pulling out all his stops in this when they saw the double pass in the last drive. They got a reverse here. Hey, they know it's the Ford game of the week, and they want to put on a show.
Yeah, and you see the speed right here, C.J. Moore. Watch the burst. I'm gonna turn it on right here. Breaking through tacklers. High-powered offense.
Boone runs it up the middle. 10.5 minutes to go. Trojans need a stop, at least hold Union to a field goal here. That pass incomplete, was a forward pass.
Tough pass right there by Thompson. They've been very successful with little quick outs to their receivers.
Third down, ball on the 10-yard line. Thompson looks to his sideline to get the call. Union can get a first down before the end zone. 8 yards to go. Thompson to the corner. Nice defensive play. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Boy, that's a big-time play.
Payton Phipps.
Yeah, by Phipps. Boy, couldn't do it any better that time. Going up top, going to Alverson, and boy, nice play with the left hand. 4 versus 4. Phipps got that one.
Union up by 9, a field goal here. Force the Trojans to get 2 touchdowns. So a good call here to go for the field goal.
Yeah, good possession defensively for this Jenks team.
Field goal is good. And now Union is up by 12. 10-16 on the clock. Still plenty of time left, especially in this game. We've seen how quickly things can turn over the years in the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl, and just tonight had a lot of momentum shifts. Fans are riled up here at H.A. Chapman Stadium on the University of Tulsa campus. Neutral site game. Jenks' worst nightmare. The Union student body not being kind to Jenks. At a Owasso impressive win at Jenks, 48-10. Bixby ended a 40-year drought by knocking off. This was 10 years ago. Tressway in overtime to win the game, and it happened. Tressway, who went on to play at OU, the NFL up 43-42, won that one. Just one of many exciting games that we've seen over the years. That one was in overtime. There they are. Adam Trimble, Kirk Frederick, a decade younger. That's Kirk Frederick's first game in the Backyard Bowl. Went pretty well for him.
Yes, it did.
I remember that one, kept thinking maybe it would be over, and it kept going and forcing overtime and trying to get the highlights on the 10 o'clock news. Good field position for the Trojan after a nice return by Noah Hernandez.
There he is again, getting his team in good field position. Important series right now for the Trojans.
They need a touchdown.
They need a touchdown right now. They need to get something downfield. Let's see if they kind of try to put a little more pressure on the defensive Union.
Need a touchdown for 2 reasons. The Union offense is not exactly easy to stop. Jenks hasn't done a great job of that. And this game so far, 45 points on the scoreboard for Union already with more than 10 minutes left. Corn fakes the handoff, gets the completion to Wagner. He's trying to find a lane to run and picks up an extra yardage there, being a little patient.
Yeah, that's a nice play right there by Wagner. Catching it, reversing field, and picking up extra 3 to 4 yards. Patrick Fields.
Along with Landon Wood.
And Landon Wood on that tackle.
Gain of 5, second down.
2nd down and 5 now. Ball at the 40. High pass by Corwin, and he gets lucky.
Oh, very fortunate right there.
So Union has a couple of Sooner commits on its team, on its defense, and Patrick Fields and Jordan Kelly. We're just sending it down to Zig for more, especially on Jordan Kelly.
Yeah, guys, number 88, 6'5", 310 pounds going to OU. Been really driven and motivated this year, Rod, and you can probably attest to this. He was challenged in the offseason by a lot of people who said he has a tendency to take plays off. Well, remember that last series when he went in and just threw Ian Corwin down? He's done that 3 or 4 times this year to opposing quarterbacks, and that's what's been driving him the most, to prove people wrong and say, look, I go hard and give 100% on every play.
I think Zig was saying that people accuse you of taking plays off. You know all about that.
Hey, well, I'm like Jordan Kelly. I'm going to step up and show you different. But a lot of credit to this young man, because you have people that may say those kind of things. You improve on them. You just continue to get better, and you show different. I think he's done that. He was also a good basketball player before he really took off into football, but definitely a guy that brings it, and as you say, took that criticism, constructive criticism, and making a positive out of it, so much so that OU says, I like the plays that he does play.
I'm guessing he wasn't a point guard.
No, he wasn't a point guard. He was going to bruise around down inside and bang around, but definitely played hard. But a lot of credit to that young man, and he said he'll be going to OU to keep his football career going.
2nd down and 10, ball at the 48-yard line. Cox brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, and they've really done a good job in this second half of really defending the run. Really kind of locked down on the run.
Corwin all by himself in the backfield, 5 receivers. Third down and 9. Jenks needs to get to Union's 42-yard line. Corwin trying to do it himself, can't quite make it happen.
Boy, and he gave a valiant effort right there. Boy, can he make you miss.
Cade Brown got him out of bounds, and he was kind of holding his hamstring a little bit there. It seems to be all right.
Jenks going to do here.
Jenks going for it. 4th down. 2 yards to go. 7:39 on the clock. Corwin. And that's a 1st down.
And there's that man again. The sure and steady hands of DJ Wagner. Look at him again. Go to the go-to guy. Boy, you put in his area, he's going to catch the football. Boy, that's a nice pass.
Good defense.
Oh, great defense. Tight pocket. And DJ Wagner stepping up again and moving the chains.
Yeah, if it's 4th down and I'm Ian Corwin, I'm throwing to Wagner. He's had a great game. Cox with the catch.
Boy, some big-time catches right now for this offense. That offensive line is doing a great job up front, allowing Corwin to have time back there in the pocket. He's very patient. Boy, he's putting some passes on the money.
Yeah, you knew the Trojans weren't just going to fade off into the sunset on this one. Fortunately, we have a player injured for Union.
Braden Spicer, the injured Union Redskin player.
Hopefully he's okay. That's Braden Spicer, who we've talked about a couple of times during this broadcast. Nice to see even the Trojans on their knee during this injury. We've been talking about what a special rivalry this MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl is, all broadcasts. And let's hear from the players now why it's special to them.
I've never played in a college game, but I for sure think it's similar, honestly. Thousands of fans, it seems brighter.
It's at TU, so there's a ton more fans there, and they're all screaming. When you run out on the field, there's no other feeling like that. That's an awesome atmosphere. I love it. Everybody's amped up to go.
Backyard Bowl is probably one of the greatest experiences I've ever had. You know, just being out there and, you know, your entire student body behind you in the student section, and then just like how loud it is. It's almost like a college game.
It's awesome. Great competition. Everyone knows each other outside of football, so we're all battling back and forth.
Well, I haven't played in college yet, but like it kind of feels like that because like I went to visit colleges and it's like loud and it just pumps you up every time you get that feeling. You just want to play harder.
Good news right there is Braden Spicer walking off. Looked like it probably just a cramp. And what a rivalry in all sports, really, but especially football, one of the best in the country.
Well, definitely, and we're fortunate enough to be able to call these games. I've called many of them now, and boy, it's nothing like them. Great atmosphere. I think football at the highest level when you talk about the largest class and the level of play and the players. It's just be interesting to see to go back and look Backyard Bowl and see what the players are doing now. You know, that have moved on and their respective universities and being able to play, but an outstanding atmosphere. Boy, just a great all-around game.
Second down and 10. Corwin with another completion, flag down on the play.
There he is, Wagner again.
Let's go down to Mike Ziegenhort on the field. Zig.
Guys, you know, you've seen several Union players cramping up here in the second half, and not surprising. I mean, it is cool temperatures, but we're 3 weeks into the season, 13 days. Union has played 3 football games over those 13 days. The good news for them, they have a bye week next week before.
On the offense, 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Second down.
Let Ethan Rowland talk before they start into their district play, so kind of unusual. They played Saturday, Friday, and now Thursday. And one other note, guys, we had an earthquake here in Oklahoma tonight, about 45 minutes ago, 3.9 over in Medford. I just thought it was all the excitement going on down here at the stadium.
Yeah, the field's been shaking a lot in the stadium. All the cheering and the long touchdown plays. Second down and 15. Corwin's got some time over the middle, incomplete.
That time a little behind Wagner. Well, he creates space and able to get open. Big fourth down play. Got to look downfield.
Third down and 15 now. This is, so you go for it on fourth down no matter what.
Yeah,
right?
you got to.
So it's third and 15 now. 2 tries to pick up that yardage. Jenks with all 3 timeouts as well. 5:50 on the clock. It's been a lot longer drive than the Trojans would like, but if they can get a touchdown out of it, it'll be worth it. 5 receivers for Corwin. Feeling the pressure. Gets out of the trouble. Gets a completion. Gets a first down.
Oh, and how about that play right there by that young man? He liked the poise in the pocket, taking his time. Finds Julian Clark that time. And take another look. Boy, this is the play you're known for. Look at him, just put it right over the defender. Nice play right there by Corwin to keep the drive alive.
So first and goal, ball on the 4-yard line. 5:40 on the clock. Jenks down 12. Trying to cut into that lead. Corwin keeps it and brought down hard. That's going to be a penalty. Kenya Walker with the tackle. Guess they're going to say horse collar. Picking it up. Had a difference of opinion.
Yes, he did. Coach Trimble didn't.
He's like, I liked it when the flag counted. So now 2nd down and goal. Ball at the 5. Noah Hernandez has done a lot of good work down here in this territory of the field. 3 touchdowns. Corwin rolling right. Turns it upfield in for a touchdown.
How about that?
I didn't know that he had the speed to turn that corner, but he showed it.
Well, he faked us all out that time, but the nice play. Gotta love this young man's heart and effort. Take another look. Getting to the outside. Now watch the dive right here. And going up and making the play. What a drive for the Jenks Trojans.
Look at this, the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl looking good. Union up 45-40 in the Ford game of the week. Stay tuned for more Game Time on Yurview after the break.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazzio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your 2 favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazzio's.
Because practice pays off. Because it's better to give than to receive. Because there's no place like home. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money, with innovative services that let you focus on what's most important. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazzio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your 2 favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazzio's.
Welcome back to the Ford game of the week on Game Time. As we expected and suspected, coming down to the wire. Union up 45-40 with 5:05 on the clock. Union offense is going to have the ball, so Jenks, the Trojans are going to get the little bit of an upset tonight. They're going to need to stop Union. That hasn't been an easy task.
No, it hasn't. Defense, they have to step up big. We talked about this Union team, so many weapons out there that they can hurt you with. In the backfield. So many playmakers.
Any chance they onside kick this one?
I don't think so. I think you kick it down, try to get good field position, and try to let your defense go to work.
It is the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl.
Yes, it is.
You never know. I've seen crazier.
And we did have an earthquake tonight, so. So you never know what may happen.
No onside kick. Instead, a touchback. Right on the line there, but they said in the end zone. And of course, in Oklahoma high school football, for those people across the country, can't run it out. You don't have a choice. It's a touchback. You catch in the end zone.
Now to be interesting. There you see the Jenks faithful. They're getting fired up. Players on the sideline getting the fans into it.
Yeah, it's getting loud. Just love that this is a national broadcast on Yurview. From Rhode Island to California,
How about that?
A lot of spots in between.
Definitely getting a bird's eye view of outstanding Oklahoma football.
Yeah, announced crowd of 11,917 here at H.A. Chapman Stadium at the University of Tulsa. And that Union offense has been tough to stop. A.K. Wilson. when they hadn't turned the ball over like they did a couple times in the first half, it's been really hard to stop them.
You're exactly right, and I think the offense just stays so simple. Get your best players in space, blockers downfield, and allow them to make plays and move the chains.
And when your best players are as good as their best players, people are going to have a hard time stopping them.
Yes, because you get in space and they just continue to make plays, so makes it tough on you.
Jenks has 3 timeouts. Trojans might need those to stop the clock. First down and 10. Ball now on the 32-yard line of Union. Nice play by the Jenks defense on that one.
Really good job.
Darius Boone stopped immediately, so it's going to bring up second down and 10.
Noah Hernandez again getting in on the play.
It's getting exciting.
Yes, it
Rod,
is.
we're both standing up in the booth
standing
now.
Up.
Second down and 10 for Union. Thompson over the middle. C.J. Moore, another big play, and once again, he takes it to the house.
Mr. Moore getting it done again. You get it to your playmakers. It's very simple. Get it to your playmakers. Allow those guys to make plays. You keep it simple. You went to Wilson first, then you go to Mr. Moore. Cross the middle, the stiff arm. Gets through the defenders, now turn on the wheel, young man, and take it to the house. Oklahoma State is getting a good one. Mr. Moore in the clutch, getting it done for the Redskins.
68-yard TD catch for Moore. He had an 80-yarder in the first quarter.
You know, you see him 3 receptions, 158 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, also had a 10-yard touchdown catch in the first quarter. Man, Oklahoma State fans probably hitting rewind on that so they can see what they're getting once again. When you have a Cox Contour DVR, you can do that, right?
You can check it out again.
And of course, it'll be on Yurview.com.
Coast to coast. Boy, that's what you talk about, and I can't say enough, letting your players make plays. You get it to your playmakers and allow them to go and create, get them in space. And that's one advantage I think that you have with #1 Union when you talk about everybody else. They have more playmakers. You look at that Owasso team, very talented. You know, they got good playmakers also, but I think Union has more when you look on paper, and it makes them so tough to beat because they can spread you out, make plays, and control tempo of the game, but offensively in that backfield with Wilson and Moore, I mean, I'm not sure you have a better 1-2 punch when you talk about from that receiver position.
And it's got to be so frustrating for Jenks. Worked so hard that long extended drive, finally got in the end zone, got it down to 5 points, and just a couple plays later, 68-yard touchdown pass. They're right back where they started, down by 12.
That's right. And Kermit Holmes, Jakari Holmes watching on Cox, watching the game and other side of the state, and said, hey, these Union Redskins are for real. It's a great thing about being on Cox in Yurview. You know, you get to kind of do a little scouting all over the state, but this Union team, #1 for a reason, rising in the national rankings. C.J. Moore, one of the main reasons why. Sure, his dad Clyde is fired up watching his son make plays for the Redskins in the Backyard Bowl.
And Oklahoma State fans are well aware of his cousin, Tracy Moore.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And we talked about playmakers. You get it to Wilson, exciting running receiver. You get it to him, you move the chains. Then you come right back and you get it to your other playmaker. C.J. Moore, stiff arm one, make another miss. Then turn on the wheels and take it to the house in the clutch. Backyard Bowl at its finest. C.J. Moore, 3 plays, 80 yards for the Redskins.
So the Trojans running out of time, down. They need 2 touchdowns. 3:42 on the clock. Jenks does have 3 timeouts. Keep an eye on Jenks' big play wide receiver, DJ Wagner, number 11 right now. He's the inside receiver at the top of your screen. Got 2 flags down. And an interception! Touchdown, Union. Nathaniel Raper. It looked like the flags are going to be holding.
Yeah, it looked like it's going to be holding. So that play is going to stand, but that quick, they can strike again. Put it out of reach.
That about puts the nail in the coffin right there as we take a look at the replay. Corwin's done so well today on those scrambles. Bounced off of DJ Wagner's hands. Nathaniel Raper catches it, takes it in, touchdown.
Big fella. Hey, he's going to go back and watch this film a bunch. Say, hey, I got a score in the Backyard Bowl.
Now 59-40, Owasso on top. Excuse me, Union on top.
Hey, them Rams said they'll take it. They saying they for real also.
That's going to be a great showdown. That'll be a district showdown, Union and Owasso.
Yeah,
Owasso has actually beaten Union in district play, not
yes,
the last couple seasons, but recently.
Keon Hatcher came up with a big catch, I remember, over in Owasso to get the win against Union. That will be an outstanding game between two very good teams, two good coaches. I think that when you look at the history, of course, Blankenship was the coach at Union, and talking to him before that Owasso Jenks game and asking him, I say, hey, coach, you know, you've been at that level where, you know, everybody else is trying to get to. Do you think you have some advantages and some keys that somebody else doesn't have? And he said, yeah, but I can't tell them to you. But I guarantee you they're going to use them.
Yeah, interesting. Blankenship was coach at Union and now Owasso. Frederick was coach at Owasso and now Union. 59-40 now. Trojans are going to have to start airing it out here.
You know, and don't forget, you know, we're talking about the Owasso Union. You got Owasso Broken Arrow. Big showdown tomorrow. There'll be another good game. This Broken Arrow team much improved. You look at Raper right there, 27-yard interception for the return, but Owasso Broken Arrow, that'll be a good gauge for both of those teams to see exactly where they are.
Noah Hernandez. Nice return out to the 30-yard line. We're used to crazy in the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl, and Trojans trying to get a miracle comeback ending here, down by 19, need 3 touchdowns, have 3 timeouts, 3:24 on the clock. They need Kewan Jones out there.
Yes, they do. Another earthquake.
Ball at the 30-yard line. Man, what a game it's been here. The Ford Game of the Week, living up to that Game of the Week status.
Timeout. Their second charge, step up.
59-40, Rod. You guessed about 100 points scored whenever one shy.
One shy coming into this game, and I think you look at, you know, this Jenks team looked much improved in previous 2 matchups. So always put a little star by this game and check the Trojans late in the season. A lot of talent when you talk about Hernandez. Of course, you talk about Wagner at that receiver position. I mean, he's done a tremendous job here tonight.
Let's go to 2013 now. Trojan fans, you might be a little down right now, but you love this. About 30 seconds left in the game. Dylan Harding, who signed with Oklahoma State, took it to the house to give the Trojans a win. It might have been my first year calling a MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl. I think it was, and I loved calling that play. It was so exciting. But tonight, we were talking about the Trojans You know, a little down. If this holds up, they'll start be in the rare position of being 0-3. But again, these are non-district games. They don't have anything to do with playoff positioning or district championships. You hope when you have a coach like Alan Trimble and his staff, we've seen a lot of improvement from game 1 to game 3, and you hope they keep that going in the right direction.
Well, you do, and coaches always spin in and say, hey, you know, the second season coming up, and that's what you want to try to do as you look at Hernandez right there. But, you know, getting some new guys implemented in. We talked about Hernandez, his first game back, definitely an impact player for this team. So you get more reps together as you get tuned up for district play. But, you know, don't count this Jenks team out. You know, we've been doing these games long enough to know playoff time.
Jenks keeping it on the ground here with going to be about 2.5 minutes left here in a second. And what a start for Union. You know, the first game, they knocked off Broken Arrow at Broken Arrow on national TV. ESPN came to town to broadcast that game on a Saturday. Friday night, they hosted a traditional Euless Trinity powerhouse. Euless has been a little down the last couple seasons, but it's still a huge win for Union. And then MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl in the Ford game of the week. This is another national telecast and another big win for Union.
Yeah, very impressive new coming in. Type of talent they have.
Oh, big hit.
Huge hit. Number 35. CJ Moore saying, just don't catch. Boy, big hit right there. And
I was trying to figure out for a second. CJ Moore doesn't play. Was there a duplicate number? No, he's back there. I get back there, I guess, to knock up the Hail Marys if they start doing that.
Yes, he is. Coming in and plays.
I believe that's Daylon Figures down, correct? Number 6.
Yes.
Hopefully he's okay. We've seen a couple of players down with cramps, but he doesn't seem. He's a little bit lower than we're reporting right now. There he goes. Good to see him standing up. Walking off under his own power. I don't know if Coach Gundy is watching this, Mike Gundy. I don't know if he liked what CJ Moore did right there. .156, now under 2 minutes. 3rd and 13. There he is, CJ Moore. Seems all right, though.
Yeah, yes, he is.
He's going to be talking about how he wants to play defense after that hit. Probably not, with what we saw him do on offense tonight.
Look at him. He's another one on our all-hair team.
Yeah, he's a good one. So many great wide receivers at Oklahoma State right now, but a lot of those guys are graduating. Some of them will be going off to play in the NFL, and CJ Moore maybe get a chance as a freshman to go in there and play.
Nice catch. Phipps coming away with it.
59-40, so down 19. Take 3 touchdowns, which would take 2 onside kicks.
7 yards on the pass play. We've got another Trojan.
And would instantly shoot up to the top of the list of MidFirst Backyard Bowl endings. Got a holding penalty there, most likely. All is incomplete. Just got to start throwing it to the end zone at this point, huh?
You got to start letting it go.
Knocked away.
1:29 on the clock here in the Ford game of the week. University of Tulsa always
on the offense. 10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul. First down.
University of Tulsa always a great host here. They basically donate this facility for the game. Not making money on it. And it's a great facility here at H.A. Chapman Stadium. It's kind of a community outreach for them. It's great to have this game here at a neutral site.
Yes, it is. Outstanding job. Campus is unbelievable here at the University of Tulsa.
You're not biased at all, right?
No, not at all.
Former Golden Hurricane hoops player. What is it, tomorrow you're going to a little Hall of Fame induction,
Yep.
right?
Headed up to Massachusetts. Coach Self, Sean Williams, and some other guys from here going up to celebrate his big day, and should be a fun time.
You think he'll drop a Eddie Sutton mention in there about how he should be in the hall as well?
Yeah, I bet you will.
Corwin back to pass. Throwing it deep, throwing it up for grabs. And look who intercepts it. Only fitting, C.J. Moore.
C.J. Moore. He's trying to work his way on my fantasy, my top 5 fantasy team. Take another look at him coming away with the interception.
I was probably telling Coach Fred to air it out to him on offense one more time.
Yeah, I got Josh Proctor, C.J. Moore trying to get a spot, Noah Hernandez.
Do I get a pick ever, or you just get all the picks?
I don't know. You send your picks to me, I'll review them, Nathan, and then I'll see if they make the cut.
I just want someone on my team.
Eligible receiver downfield on the offense. Penalties decline. First down.
Got a little out of hand here at the end, 59-40, but what a great game it was.
Oh, outstanding game. Both teams playing hard. I think when you look at this team, we've seen improvement since week 1 and week 2. Not the results they want in this game, but definitely something that you write down and you see their improvement over the last 2 and see where they'll become districts in playoff time.
This will be 2 straight wins for Union over Jenks. Last year it was in the Class 6A1 semifinals. Jenks actually won the regular season game last year. This will be the first regular season win over the Trojans for Union since 2014. Go under a minute here, maybe get 2 more plays in. Maybe just 1. This play clock hasn't started yet. $59-40, Union on top. Union trying to make it 2 straight state titles after Jenks had a run of 4 in a row. Take a knee, Payton Thompson. As we look at the clock, that's going to do it. Don't have to snap it again. Kirk Frederick gets the win over Allen Trimble and the Trojans. 59-40 the final score. What a great non-district season for Union. 3-0, some big wins.
Big wins. You look at those 2 guys, you know, many wonder if this will be the last Backyard Bowl for Coach Trimble. And
told me before the game.
Yes.
Still doesn't know.
Don't know, but just in case it is, I mean, it would not be the same without that coach and the job that he's done. And 2 very good teams and 2 teams that have made this walk shaking hands in this game before and turn around and met again in the championship. So interesting to see each year how it works out and how it shakes out. But you got some other contenders up there at the top that you have to look at and you have to be reckoned with. A lot of football left. Again, another great Backyard Bowl.
59-40 the final score. Seems like so often these are high scoring affairs with lots of great offensive highlights this season. No different. We had a couple of bombs couple interception returns for a touchdown and a double pass. What a great MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl here in the Ford Game of the Week. We'll have more Game Time on Yurview after the break.
At Mill Creek, we've simplified your floor shopping experience. Our signature value collection represents the hottest styles, colors, and trends in the industry. So for the highest quality and lowest prices, shop Mill Creek's signature value and save.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event, offering 0% for 60 months on the brand with the highest owner loyalty. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers. Like 0% financing for 60 months on all Ford cars, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Because an open road is always calling your name. Because life is sweet. Because every moment counts. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money. With convenient services that help you maximize the joys in life. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
At Mill Creek, we've simplified your floor shopping experience. Our signature value collection represents the hottest styles, colors, and trends in the industry. So for the highest quality and lowest prices, shop Mill Creek's signature value and save.
The Ford High School Game of the Week is brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers, the best in Oklahoma. MidFirst Bank, true to your money. The Oklahoma Farm Bureau, the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better. Mill Creek Carpet and Tile. Mazio's. And by Weoki Credit Union.
You're watching Game Time on Yurview. This is the Ford Game of the Week, and what a win for Union over Jenks, 59-40. MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl. Let's go down to Mike Ziegenhorn now with the winning head coach, Kirk Frederick.
All right, guys, here we are, Coach Fred. You guys a little more solid in the second half. Were you happy with the way they performed?
We challenged them at halftime. Jenks has got a great squad. Really proud of what they came out and gave us a test. Proud of our team, how we responded. It's the first time we've seen some adversity. And at halftime, they made a decision to come out and play. And again, couldn't be more proud of our team.
Talk about CJ's performance, 3 catches, 3 touchdowns, 158 yards.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You know, we see it every day in practice, so it's not surprising to us. But again, kind of what I said, you know, before the game is he comes ready to compete every play, and real proud of him.
Him and the other players on the defense make it more fun to coach and make your job easier?
Oh yeah, it's there's no doubt about it. You know, those kids obviously have a lot of talent. They did an outstanding job. And I was proud of our coaching staff, the way they prepared, and we look forward to getting into district play after a well-deserved bye week.
Yeah, enjoy the week off. 3 games in 13 days.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right, Coach Fred, guys, up to you.
All right, thank you, guys. I love how he undersold CJ Moore's performance. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Pretty good. He's used to the talent there, and C.J. Moore, one of the most talented guys he's had there. And unbelievable game. Congrats to Coach Frederick.
Hey, look at that trophy. Speaking of C.J. Moore, he's the Mazio's MVP, brought to you by Mazio's. No surprise there.
How do we know that?
I know, right? We picked him before the game started, and he lived up to it.
Just an all-around great player.
All right, well, trying to track down C.J. Moore to talk to him coming up, so stay tuned for more Game Time on Yurview after the break.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event, offering 0% for 60 months on the most 5-star safety-rated vehicles. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers. Like 0% financing for 60 months on all Ford SUVs, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Because every great accomplishment takes courage. Because one person can't do it all. Because dreams are worth chasing. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money. With proven services that support all of your endeavors. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
You're watching the National High School Football Game of the Week. Join us all fall long for tomorrow's classics today, only on Yurview.
Welcome back to Game Time, the fourth game of the week. Union wins the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl 59-40 over Jenks. You can see him carrying the trophy right there. And we talked about it a little bit before the break, but the Mazio's MVP is no doubter here for us. C.J. Moore, the senior wide receiver, only had 3 catches, but they were 3 touchdowns for 158 yards, and he had an interception there toward the end of the game.
And big play after big play. And you take a little look right here. This one is going to go deep. Gets behind the defense, and once he catches it, watch the separation. Gets away from the defense, turns on the wheels, lays it down so politely and walks off. C.J. Moore, and then again, right here going up top, gets behind the defense. Well thrown ball that time by Thompson, putting it on the money. This one was probably the biggest, we don't see it here, but the next one, was so key, doing that drive was huge. C.J. Moore, player of the game.
Mazio's MVP brought to you by Mazio. Now, text MVP to 664-4444, and you'll get a coupon for a large one-topping pizza for only $5. Again, you text MVP to 664-444, and you'll get that coupon for a large one-topping pizza, only $5. That's a heck of a deal, right? All right, we're about to wrap it up here in the Ford Game of the Week, but stay tuned for more Game Time on Yurview. Still more to come from H.A. Chapman Stadium.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your 2 favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair, only at Mazio's.
It's the Great American Ford Sales Event, offering 0% for 60 months on the brand with the highest owner loyalty. America's best-selling brand and the best in Oklahoma. Plus, all first responders, active duty, and military veterans get $1,000 appreciation cash on top of all current offers. Like 0% financing for 60 months on all Ford cars, plus $1,000 appreciation cash. Hurry into your Oklahoma Ford dealer.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your 2 favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair, only at Mazio's.
Welcome back to Game Time, the fourth game of the week. Union knocks off Jenks 59-40 in the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl. Another great game in this wonderful series. These two teams have combined for the last 21 state titles in the state of Oklahoma's largest class. And they got to do it on our national broadcast tonight. From coast to coast, this one aired on Yurview, on right here in Oklahoma. It's Cox Channel 1333. Let's take a look at some of the stats from this game. Union with impressive numbers, including Payton Thompson, 22 of 28 for 448 yards passing. That's not bad. He wasn't one of the nominees for the MVP before the game, but he would have definitely had an argument if he was.
And he could have been. He was poised back there in the pocket. I thought Coach Fred made a great point. He made the adjustments at the halftime, and then he got it. He was the one delivering the passes to those playmakers when you talk about Wilson and, of course, Moore getting it done. The adjustments made at halftime, we talked about that, was huge. And the Union stepped up to the challenge. As Coach Fred said, hadn't really been challenged all season yet, but was able to get it done. So an all-around great effort by the Union Redskins.
And Jenks, a much better performance than we saw from them on the Yurview just a couple of weeks ago. DJ Wagner again with a big game, 9 catches for 162 yards.
Well, so much better for this team. I mean, I thought the offense was a lot better. DJ Wagner, of course, as you said, 9 catches, 162 yards. The addition of Noah Hernandez is huge, and I think once they get ready and get going, they're going to be pretty good. You look at the yards right there, passing 448, 327. Rushing yards pretty even, total yards pretty close. Both had 2 turnovers. I think the key was points off turnovers. But, I mean,
that kept Jenks in it in the first half and gave them the lead. Those 14 points off turnovers.
Oh, it was huge, and turnovers were definitely important. But, again, 4 scoring plays of 68 yards or plus. You talked about the importance of big plays. Union has the capability to make big plays and knock the wind out of you. That last touchdown by C.J. Moore was the difference. They are capable of making those plays, thus coming away with the win. 3-0, number 1 in the state. But Jenks is definitely much improved.
Hey, we're not done with 4 games a week on Yurview. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, Choctaw on the road at Sand Springs. I'll have the TV play-by-play call on that one. Here, if you're in the state of Oklahoma, that's Cox Cable Channel 1333. But everybody who's watching in this national broadcast tonight, you can watch this game too on Yurview.com. It'll be live streamed. That's tomorrow night at 7, so make sure you watch that. Thanks for tuning in for tonight's edition of the MidFirst Bank Backyard Bowl, 4th game of the week here on Game Time on Yurview. What a great matchup between Union and Jenks. Union looks to be the cream of the crop in Class 6A1 so far this season, trying to defend its state title. Thanks for watching this week's Game Time on Yurview, the 4th game of the week. Have a good night.
Your home telephone